Welcome back to the Shonen Pulse podcast. This is episode 14, and I'm your host, Yato. Once again, I'm joined by my co-host, singular co-host today, Knox.
Yes, sir.
And on this channel, we talk about 9 different weekly manga that you should be reading. Those manga include Chainsaw Man, Centuria, Dandadan, Gachiakuta, Galaxias, Ranger Reject, Ichi the Witch, Astro Royale, Kagurabachi. Uh, we are the Curse Podcast. We had a member have to early retirement, and then today Greek Weeb couldn't make it because his email got hacked, and so he doesn't have access to his channel and all those things. So he's under a great deal of stress and had to take a leave this week. Hopefully that gets situated, pretty soon, because
Fingers
that's
crossed, man. That shit's a nightmare.
pretty serious deal. Hate to have it happen to anybody, but for this episode, as usual, there'll be timestamps down below in the description to help you skip segments for manga that you may or may not be following. As usual, we got some great chapters, like I always say. And I want to remind you to, smash the like button, doggy style the subscribe button, fucking A-Town stomp on the comment section. Let your words flow through you and unleash it into the comments, man. If you know somebody who reads any of these manga and you know that for sure that they aren't, checking into our podcast, shoot them a link, man. Get on their nerves. Say, hey, man, check out Panel Focus, bro. Come listen to Shonen Pulse. They talk about that stuff that you be talking about, and maybe you'll get us some more viewers. That'll help us get the podcast closer to being on stuff like Apple Music and Spotify too, if you're into that, because we are waiting till we hit 1,000 subscribers before we start branching out to other platforms.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, we take comments into consideration. So if you got a cool comments or an idea for the channel, we be implementing that into our whole, thingamajig. So let us know if you got some comments that don't pertain to the chapters too or whatever. So anyway, that's it for the intro. Trying to kind of get through this kind of quick because we running late today, baby. So we're gonna go ahead and start this thing off with Chainsaw Man chapter 190, To Their Respective Worlds. And what's your thoughts?
Man, this chapter was pretty crazy and funny. At first, when the chapter opened up and the aging devil was just in this like stark black space, I was like, "Oh, this is the ink from the octopus." But then I don't think that that's actually what's going on here. I think it's just like a pocket dimension that's black.
So maybe I think it's just I think the octopus devil is just blocking all the light in the room.
Oh, is it because it's like in its mouth or something?
That or like they're just under it because like its head, like when you flip through a couple pages, like its head is still outside. So I think it's just covering the entire room with its little squiddly, suckers or whatever.
Yeah, but it's so black.
Yeah. I mean, if somebody was covering up all the light sources in the room, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
So it's, big tentacle shit. It's a big fucking thing. That's a head coming out the roof. That's big. So
I guess.
At first I was like, I thought it was some kind of cosmic shit because I was like, are these stars? Like, where are they? Like, is it?
Yeah, I thought like, that too at first, but that's snow, ain't it?
No, that's the suckers. Somebody that wasn't my idea.
Oh,
yeah, like if you go to page 3, all the little suction cuppies got the little white dots, which is weird because it's like in the dark those shouldn't glow unless like any marine biologists in here want to give us clue us in and let us know that fucking octopus suction cups glow in the dark for some reason.
I thought it was like snowfall because he like wakes up in his little snowy forest dimension or whatever, but it's not even snowing there when they get there, so I just have no idea what I'm talking about at all. It wasn't the squid ink, it wasn't snow. I'm 0 for 2 on Chainsaw Man right now.
Just fucking spaghetti all over yourself. Yeah, I was like, is this like a Galaxy? Like, is he dead? And it's just like, this is my life now. I'm just seeing his life flash before his eyes, and it's like, nope, this is even it said, could this be Oblivion? So it thought it was like God too. It didn't even know that it was still like alive or whatever. So but it's a freaky chapter, man. And then I was, other than the squid suckers, I was kind of confused a bit because like first I was like, Yaguchi, George and I, we believed in you. And I was like, who the fuck? Like I was still on the like Cosmos, the excuse me, the Oblivion thing. And I was like, okay, maybe the aging devil, back in the day had some friends and it like became the aging devil or something, or maybe it just fucked with people and it was remembering these guys, but nope, just horny tree fucker dude, just
I immediately like remembered like moments in Jujutsu Kaisen where like niggas are about to die and then they like see their homeboys or something, like when Jogo got cooked in the Shibuya incident, suddenly he was just like there with Dagon
Yeah.
and
Who else was
fuck
Hanami?
Hanami. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like, dude,
It's
no
been a minute.
way I forgot that name. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that
So
was what
yeah.
was going on. I was like, damn, this nigga dead as hell. But then no, it's just horny tree humper guy.
Yeah, that and like you can't see like on this. How could you send that devil to our world? So I was like, is Vegeta saying that? Like, what's happening? Or is
Oh
the
yeah,
octopus devil?
yeah.
Like,
Wait a minute, the dialogue bubble is pointing to Pochita Man.
yeah, but then like the next page, he's just comically just
Oh
flying
yeah,
out of
yeah,
his mouth.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
it's his voice coming out of
yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
It
Kind
was
of
just
whiplashy, like holy shit, what's going on? Kind of chapter, you know. But I mean,
yeah.
that's Fujimoto for you though.
For real. Yeah, that I mean that's really what it's all just gonna come down to. Every chapter is just like that's Fujimoto for you. That's all folks. Like I
Yeah.
saw people not to cut to the end, but like I definitely the reception to this chapter, like when it first came out, like 20 minutes later I saw people tweeting like, what the fuck is Fujimoto doing? And it's like, I mean, he keep doing
He's
stuff.
doing Fujimoto shit.
Yeah, it's like, come
Like
on, man.
we're
Like
190 chapters into part 2, and you're asking yourself, what is Fujimoto doing when this is just like very normal for him?
yeah, it's like okay, maybe people were expecting, the fight to end and the way they usually end with blood and guts and people fighting, but it's like Fujimoto be doing that fucking zag when you looking for the zig, man. He
Exactly.
gave us that anticlimactic ending, and it's like, yeah, nobody's expecting it, but like that's what he does, bro.
Yeah. And like anticlimax isn't like inherently bad writing either. Like it can
Yeah,
definitely be used in, in good ways and has before. Like we were just talking about anticlimax in Ranger Reject reviews
yeah,
like not too long ago.
yeah,
And
yeah, for
like
sure.
I'm of the opinion that that was well used anticlimax in the last Ranger arc. So it can be done,
Yeah.
whether or not this works for you is like a, subjective personal thing or whatever, but
For sure, and it's not like it's not like it really went to like the arc ended and like it's just back to normal. Because I mean, for them, normal is people running around and stabbing each other and having chainsaws popping out of their face. So like,
yeah.
shit's still going on. We don't know, I don't remember if it's on break this week, tomorrow, today, whenever you're listening to this. But like, um, I don't imagine they are gonna get through their like lunch or snack or whatever in this little cafe without blood and guts flying all over somebody's food, or getting in family's fucking cake or
Exactly. So you're
uh,
still gonna get your blood and guts, okay?
yeah. And I mean, we see it. I mean, yeah, because this actually so to just skip ahead now, because I said we won't gonna do it, but I will do it.
We
So
doing
to
it.
skip ahead to like 11, this really reminds me a lot of how the International Assassins arc ended with the Halloween, and it's like, yeah, the doll devil was like packed up, but like all of these dolls are like fucking Halloween zombies, and it showed like the city on fire, and helicopters are like, it's a fucking outbreak, a bunch of lunatics going around and saying Halloween. Do you got people like busting? I'm pretty sure they were like breaking windows and busting cars. It's just like the zombies from the Doll Devil were like under a Halloween spell, and it was just like just constant fucking armies of basically zombies walking down the street and just causing chaos. So this looks like that. It's people walking with bats and shit, and
Oh
they
yeah, I
got
guess it is
spears
kind of
and
similar in that way, isn't it?
it's like they get out and it's like, yep, same old shit, just like every other day. We return to our normal lives, and it's just people stabbing fucking Chainsaw Man clones or whatever in the back and killing them, beating them with bats and stuff. So it's like,
And it's like
the,
one runs into the restaurant and like gets stabbed in the back by like a jagged stick or some shit, and they're just like, yeah, I
yeah,
think I'll have the orange juice and the
yeah,
chocolate cake. Isn't it great that we got to return to our normal lives, like as dudes getting stabbed in his shoulder blades?
yeah. It's like I do wonder where it'll go. Obviously, but I
This
mean,
scene
there's still a
reminded
lot.
me of God. You remember you seen the first Avengers movie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, and he's like, "Yo, you guys want to get shawarma after this?" And then they
yeah, I
like,
remember that.
and then in like the end credit scene, they're like eating shawarma with like all of the collateral damage from the Chitauri invasion like surrounding them.
Yeah, it's just like this. They're just doing something very normal while the world is on fire around them. Like
Right.
people are literally marching down the streets with spears and bats. And like Digi, like if Digi, fucking pulls that cord, they're just gonna start beating the shit out of him too because he's got a chainsaw. So it's like they're just they're
Right.
fucking up everyone with chainsaws.
So who is this
And
old bald motherfucker they left behind in the dimension?
he was one of the guys who was like when they were deciding like how to make the contract with the aging devil or whatever, he was like, yeah, fuck it, I'll sacrifice a bunch of people. I forget what he like sacrificed. I think
Wait, how long
yeah,
has he been there?
he's been around for, I want to say, a good 20 so chapters, but he was like
In
the
the
aging devil
aging
was like
devil
sitting on him.
dimension?
No. He was the
Oh.
one that the aging devil was like sitting on, and he got brought in there when they when fucking tree humper like grabbed him, and the tree humper
I'm in
popping out of
tears,
yeah.
bro.
So they like yoinked him and brought him into the aging world through Pachita's mouth. And it's just like, yep, you're here now. And this shit was funny. Like people were saying that this is a very like the aging devil is basically a boomer. He just can't fucking tolerate being anywhere around kids. Like they threatened him by it's like you're gonna be stuck in here with Digi. And he's like, nah, fuck that. This kid
Yeah,
just
we good. Yeah,
fucking
and then you just turn the page and they're like back. There's like nothing in between. It's just like, or you could stay here with me for the rest of time.
yeah.
And then you turn the
Just,
page and it's like, nah, get the fuck out of here, bro. Go back to whatever you're doing. I instantly take the deal.
yeah, it's just immediately like no like fucking thought. He's just like, yep, you're out. I'm not sitting in this motherfucker with this dude. Yo, he's fucking stupid and
That's
nuts.
funny. Okay, so it makes sense and it's in character. It might be anticlimactic, but like it's funny. It serves a purpose. It's in line with characters, and it's still drama like crazy back in the real world anyway. So
and it's another way of like basically defeating a primal fear devil without going through like actually like thinking about like how to beat it like actually in a fight, but also like you didn't technically beat it. You just kind of outsmarted it and
and that's
like it
fine
went
if
home.
like some of these devils are just like unbeatable by conventional means. Like maybe like nobody's power set is just good enough to do it, so you have to find loopholes like this, and that's creative and interesting in and of itself anyway. Like not everything has to be like torn to shreds by a chainsaw head to win.
Right.
And I like that.
And I mean, especially in this case, because I mean that's what it wanted, and so
Right.
by defeating it without ripping it to shreds and eating it, I mean you really defeated it because it doesn't accomplish its goal. It still lives, because it's a primal fear devil, and they didn't like beat it down, but like
Right.
it didn't get to do what it wanted. It wanted fucking Pachita to eat it and fucking
It was thwarted.
yeah, dang it. If it wasn't for them fucking stinking kids,
Drats.
So they beat it without beating it, and that beats it. That's literally what it, that goes against what it wanted.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's a good chapter, fun little chapter. I'm just interested. Other than what the hell is going to come next. This page with I want to say I keep forgetting her name. I think it's Fumiko. Page 5 when she's like when the octopus head like disappears, and then the guy's like you, and then there's like a knife or something or a screwdriver, and then she's like holding it. I don't really understand what's going here. Like my
Yeah,
thought
she's
was
chilling with
like,
them.
yeah, well, she's still in the place because remember she was like, you can take my heart because she had like that dead body on the ground. Remember she had like she died and then she popped out. Was like, huh, I'm still kicking or whatever.
Yeah.
You take my heart. So like I think it's kind of some sort of like I can't think of an example other than like Makima, which isn't even a complete like good example. But like I think that this guy was her other body. Like it
What
probably
guy?
like more like the dude that's like you. Because I don't remember if
Oh.
like maybe when she died, like it was kind of like a Toga situation where like Toga, takes on your shape or something. So
Oh,
like
sure.
maybe she like fucking passed on, like she died and passed on her death to this dude or something. Swap
Okay.
places with him type of shit. I could be tripping, could be way the fuck off. But yeah, I'm looking in the last chapter and I don't see this dude and she's lying there. So it's like he's
Yeah,
like
he's
in the
like in the
exact same
same
position.
position. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like she swapped play.
Interesting.
Yeah, and they don't show like enough because like I feel like when something like that happens, like you show like part of their face melting or something to
Right.
reveal, but like it just all happens super fast in 2 panels without showing much. It was like I don't understand, like I don't know. It feels weird.
Yeah. I don't think we're supposed to know yet, obviously, right? And
Yeah.
yeah, but she's just a little enigma that we're supposed to, be interested in the mystery of for now, I think.
Yeah, so I mean, it works. I'm interested. I want to know. So
Yeah. You
it
got me.
is. Yeah, it is what it is. But oh boy, he spent all those years in there fucking trees, and now he's at a construction site. So I guess he got his life back together, got him a job.
Oh yeah, damn.
But like
So he got to choose
this,
like where he went after he got out of there, or this is just like showing like time passing and he just like went back here. No, because it looks
yeah,
like he's like surprised that he's here, right?
Mm, maybe. Yeah, he's sweating. So like my thought was just like he's working hard. So like
Oh,
I,
sure. Maybe
there
that's
is
it.
there isn't anything that shows like the passage of time. No, so like
Yeah.
excuse me. My thought was like they all got spit out, wherever the aging devil was, and then they just went somewhere. So like they
Right.
went to this coffee shop or
And he
whatever, and
just
then like
immediately went back to work. Just
yeah,
had
or
a
like he
job, no interview process. I've been gone
yeah.
forever, but like,
Well,
hey, what's up, boss? I'm back. Like, all right, clock
so
in.
so my thought was that time passed, and I thought that he got a job and was like back in society. But yeah, it does kind of look like no, like they don't show the passage of time. So it's like I guess he, reappeared back at work.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be a passage of time, right? I think what you said was correct about them getting spat back out wherever the aging devil was when the octopus had ate it. And then from there they left to this restaurant. So that's a passage of time. Unlike
Yeah,
because I doubt that they spawned in this restaurant. So I think it's exactly what you said there, but that's not enough time for this nigga to leave from there, go get a job and already start working, right? I
yeah,
don't
because
know.
it's
It is
like
construction though, so
yeah,
maybe you could just pull up and be like, all right,
true,
I'm
true.
here to
They
work.
yeah, they do be like, can you see,
Yeah.
can you fucking squat and lift 40 pounds? All right, you got a job, bro.
Yeah, type
Like,
shit.
yeah, so because it's like them going immediately to the shop and then like thinking about him possibly going through a whole interview process and hiring process, and it's like that takes a month or two, and then
Yeah.
the final page is like, ain't you forgetting somebody? And it's like this should be the same day, like I
Right?
imagine, so it's like you don't show like 5 minutes after and then skip to like 2 months after and then go back to 5 minutes after. So
Right. I mean, you
this dude,
can do that, but that's kind of weird, right?
it's weird, especially if you don't show like any kind
Yeah.
of like little fucking, fucking
Indication
whatever the
of what time is passing and what time is
yeah,
being, rewinded back to. Like, yeah, that's just no.
yeah. I can see if it like if in the like volume, when the volume for this releases, he like changes some of these panels to show like time passing or something. But I
Hmm.
don't know. Maybe he just walked up and was like, I got a job.
Yeah.
but happy for bro. Hopefully we see him again somehow, some way, maybe, just a cameo. Not saying I want him to be a player, but fucking maybe they bump into him or something after Denji's next crib gets shit on and he's like part of the fucking construction crew
Right.
or something. I don't know, that'd be fun to see him again. He's like, yo, you still fucking trees or something crazy. But
Yeah, what if he can't like what if he can't like properly like acclimate like back to like normal society, and like it's like a running joke later on in the story where this dude just like keeps getting fired from jobs because he can't stop fucking trees.
yeah, he sees trees and he just runs up to it and just starts humping it. They're like, "Yo, what are you doing?" He's just fucking haunted by trees. He can't get it out of his head. Just that fucking crazy trauma.
Tears, bro.
Thinking about his friends that he lost that turned into trees that he probably fucked. What a sicko.
Yeah, man, what the hell, dude?
Yeah,
What a weird character.
yeah, that was a sick dude. But that that about does it for this chapter. I think I'm kind of squeezed out. What about you?
Oh, I'm good, yeah. That's it
Okay,
for me.
okay. That's going to do it for Chainsaw Man chapter 190 then. Now, jumping into Dandadan, we will be talking about chapter 181 and 182 actually, because Dandadan's going on break after this for a month, and we were a day late, so might as well just go ahead and slap it all together. So, starting with 181, well, like I said, we're gonna slap it together. So, talking about 181 and 182, I guess we can kind of jump into 181 and just kind of drift into 182. Whatever, y'all are
You
effing.
get it.
Yeah, yeah. So just thoughts on 181. I was about to call Okarun dingy, but
Mm,
he's like hoping that Seiko is gonna take his training seriously. And they're like, you got talent, man. He's just kinda in his little nerdy thing, not sure of himself. I like Vamola's bag. It's got kaiju on the
yeah,
back.
I noticed that this chapter. I don't know if she's been had that or what, but I'm just like, man, that makes so much sense for you to have a backpack like that. Fujimoto, or
Um
I'm sorry, Yukinobu. God,
yeah.
you called Okarun Denji. I called
Yeah.
Yukinobu Fujimoto. What's going on here?
Oops.
Anyway, that nigga's backpack game is like he cares about that shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. He
he
definitely
makes a
cares about
point
the
to
swag.
yeah, like yeah. I mean, just like clothing in general, and like fashion in general, but like
Yeah.
backpack specifically, like he be drawing the shit out them things.
Yeah. Actually, I think we have seen her either with this or like something similar because I think it turns into her suit, her like fucking kaiju suit, and she walks around with that. I could be
Oh
tripping.
shit.
I'm gonna have to go back
Wait.
and look.
Yeah, no, that
Um,
makes a lot of sense though, because she suddenly got that shit on in one of these chapters later, like while they
yeah,
boxing and shit.
yeah. She had it on in the hallway when they were like fucking with the fucking little dudes, the little nomies.
Yeah.
Um, but
Yeah, we get Zuma
yeah,
back though. Zuma pulls up,
yeah.
looking different as hell. I didn't even recognize bro because of the hair. All I had to do was look at the design for like 3 more seconds before like turning the page, and I would have seen. Oh, he got the sandals, he got the capris, he got the earrings. Like this
Yeah.
is Zuma, but it wasn't until page 7 when he's like, "Yo, long time no see," and you get the side by side where I was like, "Hey, it's Buddy."
Yeah.
But what happened to his eyebrow ring? He took that shit out.
Did he have an eyebrow ring?
I mean, look at
Oh
the
yeah, he
side by
does. Yeah, he
side.
does. He
Yeah,
does. Yeah, you're
it
right.
must have
Probably.
like clanged against his fucking like sunglass frames or something, and that was
Yeah.
like annoying or something for him.
Well, so these are like actually prescriptions because he says in here that like
Oh
his
yeah,
eyesight's gotten worse.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. Ever since all that stuff happened, my eyes are going bad. But more importantly, and he shows the old man, and it's like, so I don't remember who said it. I'm pretty sure one of you guys said it in an earlier episode, and y'all were
Probably
saying
me,
like,
but yeah.
is Momo getting smaller? And so this chapter kind of confirms that it is most likely happening because he says that his eyesight's getting worse, and the old man was the dude who was in the trunk, and like
And
when he got
he's
in that
getting
trunk,
older.
yeah, so he's getting
I
older.
knew I was right, bro.
Zuma's eyesight is getting worse, and Momo is getting smaller, so she about to out of existence. Yeah.
Oh, Rick said's about to pull up a receipt on my dumb
Yeah,
ass.
he finna push his glasses up, finger in the air. Actually, um,
Oh,
but yeah, no, this is a cool chapter, and like it did a lot for that. It just puts the stakes, more give us most stakes
yeah,
with the cursed trunk, and just I felt like this was another cool chapter just for Okarune's character too,
yeah.
because like the whole him being popular, like he flexed on the dude in sports, and then he's got the 6 pack, and like
In front
the
of
chicks are loving
everybody,
him. Yeah,
he walks up on the delinquents like, "Hey,
bro. Yeah,
scram!"
yeah. They're like, yo, Takakura's talking to those gangsters, and then like, fucking Azuma pulls up, and it's like, bro, like Takakura's like, who is this guy? We thought we knew him, but like, he's in with the mobsters. He's hanging with all the chicks. He's got
Yeah.
like Gigi's with him, Momo's with
The
him, Iris with him.
random students in the background glazing is like always gonna make me laugh because it's like I know his hater is like right around the corner, like, "Oh yeah, another thing."
Yeah. It's like, bro, you take the girls from me, you take all the fame and the glory, and you also got niggas. Like, come on, bro. Like, you
Yeah.
got actual gangs. Because remember, these niggas was posted up in like an apartment building. They had the
Right.
whole shit blocked off. Like, they owned that motherfucker.
Yeah, I thought his hater would like come in during like this. See, I can't remember his name right now, but the one who just got powers.
Yeah,
Or
I think
whatever.
Hase,
Yeah, there you
HASC, I
go.
think.
Yeah, something like that. I definitely thought he was about to make an appearance, like, suck his teeth. Like, man, this motherfucker. He talking to the delinquents in front of the hoes. Like, you aura farming right outside the fucking
Yeah.
school now. Oh man, I gotta do this, nigga.
Yeah, his aura is just unmatched, man. Even with no powers, bro is just flexing. It's just like this. It's been one day. Like this is the same school day. The nigga went to school after losing his powers. Fucking flexed old dude. Found out he had abs. Fucking all the holes on him.
You keep bringing up the abs.
Same day.
Found out he had abs is
Yeah,
so
bro.
funny.
Found out he had abs, got all the hoes, and now he gang. Like nigga, like walk outside. It's like, bro, this nigga is he's
Who
Superman.
is
Like,
this nigga, bro?
yeah, like, bro, we were throwing shit up. Was he going easy on us this whole time? Like, was he just were we sleep? Like,
Yeah, and that's like a thing too, like in anime and manga, I want to say, is when like the super confident, like arrogant character finds out that like the protagonist or some other character was like going easy on them, they get so fucking mad.
yeah, it's like, bro, you could have shit on me, and like you had all this cool shit. You just decided to like read comics in class and let us throw erasers at you, bro. Like what?
Right.
Like
You
are we
wanted to
just
be
that-
Steve Urkel a couple, last year and shit, and now you damn, what's the motherfucker he turns into?
Oh, man,
The cool version of himself.
I don't remember, like Shaquan or something. I don't fucking remember.
Hold on, nah, I gotta look that up now.
Yeah,
Urkel,
Steve. Urkel's
alter
transformation.
ego, Stefan Urquell.
Bruh, that's what it's saying, man. Or Quell, yeah. I was close with
You
Shaquan,
were. I hate
yeah.
that. But you were. Yeah. He's like, you Stefan now suddenly, bro. You tricked me.
Yeah, nah, it's crazy. It's super up for Okarum, but this is yeah, they in some situations. So it's like this kid, yeah, he said, bro, it had only been 4 years since Daiki disappeared. They even took him to his family and they're like, get this old ass man out of here, bro. Like, what are
Yeah,
we
like,
doing?
bro, imagine being that kid and being like, Mom, Dad, I'm
Yeah,
back.
like
I'm out
I'm
of
sure he misses
Jumanji.
his I'm sure he misses his family, and it's just like
Yeah.
get this fucker out of here. It's like, bro,
That's
you
not my
literally,
son. I'd be able to
yeah,
recognize my old ass son. I don't know. These parents must have been one of those parents that just put an iPad in their kid's face and then go to work or and just
yeah.
ignore them all fucking day
And
because
then
it's
when he
like
disappeared, they make a scene like, "Oh my god, we miss our baby so much." It's like, bro, you didn't even fucking you
you
don't
didn't
even know
even
that
know
kid's
that
name.
guy.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
named him and gave him an iPad from birth, bro. You don't know shit about him, bro.
Right.
So, but yeah, it's like this is crazy stuff. Oh, and all he did was get a present from his parents from his birthday and love it. So they actually gave him this fucking cursed trunk. I guess they got it from some cursed place or something. I don't remember what the story was, but they say he got a present for his birthday, and I guess that's the saddest thing ever. So
Yeah. All he did
Zuma
was
wants to
love
help
his
him.
present and now he's on borrowed time, getting old as shit by the minute. Like,
Yeah,
and Momo turns off their transformations. This is something I actually forgot that she could do.
yeah,
Because like this is something that she was doing in the very beginning of the series, right when Okarun was first cursed by Turbo Granny to like keep Turbo Granny in check so that he could be normal in like the first like I don't know 5 to 6 chapters or something like that.
yeah.
And like
Before he got his ball back, or before he got his
yeah.
dick back.
Yeah. So she's just casually just like, nope, no train. Like I forgot that she's like the hard counter to these niggas, bro.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's kind
Psychic
of
power.
crazy to see it like this late in the series. Like I don't know if she's been doing this throughout the series and I just don't remember, or if it really has been since the very beginning since she's done it. But like I was like, how did they who stopped it? At first I thought it was Vamola somehow for some reason.
Yeah.
I was because their transformations turn off and then Vamola's right there like stop fighting y'all. And I was like, damn, what else you got in that bag, nigga? Damn, what the? But then no, it's like I
What
turned
in
the
the
page.
world is in that bag?
What you got in that bag? A couple of cans of what bags you got? All right, anyway, but nah, she like turned their shit off on the next page. I was like, damn, I
Yeah, no,
forgot you could do that shit.
they were getting active though, but yeah, still, Momo still got all her powers, even though she's tiny.
Yeah, that's
So
sick.
that's cool. Yeah, she's like you said, hard counter, but they were about to get real active. Fucking
Hmm.
just fucking everyone supernatural power fight just in the
In
parking
front
lot.
of
There's just
all the students and shit, and I and
yeah,
and there was like a conversation I think that was going on Twitter where niggas were arguing about how like normal people can't see the transformations, and then like someone like grabbed like a panel where like Okarun had transformed and like some random bystander was like, what's up with that vampire ass nigga? So it's like I think they can see the transformations, right?
I wonder. I'm gonna have to
And
look. I don't
otherwise
remember.
otherwise why else would they say like, hey, we shouldn't be doing this right now in front of these people, right? We're all in the same
Well,
place and this is no place to be transforming. They're saying
well, in
that
that case,
because
I
there's
think it's
onlookers, right?
that, but like also like even if they can't see, like I'm sure if like they do like their powers, like something will get blown up or someone will get hurt. Like
Oh, true,
it's
true, true, true.
like even though like it's probably invisible, like if it's invisible, then the umbrellas will still do damage to like the wall and shit. People are like, what the fuck is going on?
Right, right,
But
right.
I do wonder though, because in some cases it's like physical like enhancements, like Iris hair. Like can like if they can't see like her mask or whatever, can they see that her hair grew or whatever? Because like the hair is on Zuma's arm,
Right.
so
But
I
at the
don't
end of the
know.
day, though, like I'm pretty sure they could see that shit because I saw the panel where Okarun transformed and that random, student or whoever it was just like, hey, this guy's a vampire. What's up with that? Has this guy
Yeah.
always gone to this school? I
Hmm.
seen the drawing. I seen the dialogue.
Take your word for it for now.
Yeah.
We gonna Rick said and pull up the receipts. Let
Yeah.
us know.
Come
but
on, Ricky.
but yeah, so they were about to throw them hands and shit got broken down. Momo said, "Nah, not like these. Stop the
Hmm.
fighting, dumbasses." And that's about it for that chapter.
Right.
That covers it. Let's see, that was 181. So we jump into 182, and we immediately start off with that yeah. Goddamn.
Super gets, bruh. Did we always know that this alien warrior was like a girl under there?
Hell no.
Oh, we didn't know that.
We saw them fight and just thought that they were the fucking
That they,
alien.
yeah, that they were their designs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think because there was dialogue in that arc about how they wanted to get like that specific suit back from Vamola because it was like the strongest armor or whatever that they had. So I think there was something that confirmed that they were all using different armors, but they wanted that one because it was the best one. I don't know, but maybe I'm just saying that because we know now that she's in a suit of armor here in this chapter. But
yeah, but since Vamola's like changes to be giant, I just kind of assumed that it was like that original design we saw was just gonna pilot Vamola's like fucking thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so it's like it would have worked, but I don't know. This is a interesting chapter. We start off with fucking butt naked fucking hot warrior mom,
scarred the fuck up with the ACOG scope iris and
yeah, that's
pupil
crazy
situation going on here. What the fuck is that about?
Yeah, I wonder if that's like the way her eye looks, or if that's some sort of like augment, like she fucking had that shit replaced because she's a warrior and is like, I need a fucking scope on my eye.
Oh, not transhumanism. You know, I'm here for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe she just had that shit replaced with a cybernetic eye or something.
Give me that. I need more writing on that.
More of them.
I thought they were doing the thing where, like, you ever seen like Inuyasha or like Lupin the Third, where like chicks be butt naked but they ain't got no nipples.
Yeah.
I thought that's what was going on here, and then I like turned to page 5, and it's like, oh no, there's some nipplage going on here.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I see a little bit. Okay, so this is
that's some side nip.
This can go into Spank Bank. Okay.
I was pulling regardless. What you talking about?
Tug of war over here, solo player game. I'm at war with myself.
You versus you type shit.
Yeah. But yeah, oh boy, man, Count Saint Germain pulling up, and he on his bullshit. People was talking about in the comments. They was like, Nox really don't want Germain to be the bad guy.
Yeah, but still though, even in this chapter, like it's still giving red herring. Like every time I see this nigga, bro, like I'm so confident. And Rick said is on my team with this particular prediction. So can't nothing harm me right now. Like I got the power of God, anime, and Rick said on my side right now.
All three of them going down. Yeah.
The Holy Trinity.
all four of y'all. Yeah.
Hell nah.
Yeah, nah, but he's like offering them, I guess, a way to, do what they want with what was it, like revenge on Okarun or something that they said, yeah, I'll lend you a hand. Do you think you can survive on this planet without a suit? Didn't they show? Maybe not. Maybe I saw like somebody posted a picture. I could have sworn they show like a picture in this chapter of like her suit and like Okarun dancing or something. So I guess it was a picture. So like during the fight when they battled, they actually did battle Okarun, and they were like hopping around and doing fucking high speed fight stuff that the usual fighting style for Okarun. So this character specifically did fight him, and I guess lost. I don't remember. I had to go look. It was during that global invasion arc or whatever. But I wonder how the suits fucked, and like where did you find this woman? Because I want to go find a woman. I have a wife.
Not for long. When you see this episode, it's over with.
Yeah, I'm cooked. Yeah, shit getting clipped. But yeah, he's just like, I'll just leave you here, bro. Like, good luck surviving if you don't take my offer or whatever. Don't know what he's getting out of it. It's probably just more assholes to fight. But one thing I do like is like how I've talked about it before. We didn't immediately jump into the terraformer guys. What would they call it? Subterraneans.
Yeah.
And then we show Hasei, and then we show like the fucking teacher with the Jiangxi. And now this is like he keeps giving us more like antagonists, and it's like cool, man. I'm happy that like there isn't just one bad guy being sent at a time and you beat them, and then it's like, okay, we get like 3 chapters, introduce the next bad guy. Like,
well, especially because the protagonist force grows at such a crazy rate, it makes sense that the antagonistic side of things should also have a lot of players involved too, to kind of like balance that out. Because like we've been saying for a while, like we're clearly moving into, towards some kind of war arc situation. So
yeah. And so I guess he's gonna give them a knife or something, and it's like they will now probably be.
He's not the one giving knives, bro. Back up.
He is, bro.
No.
He is, dog. Jermaine's gonna give that butter knife over to alien hot Mama Bay, and then they're gonna
No.
join the squad of fucking psycho kids and teachers and fucking lunch ladies, and they're gonna go and start just trying to stab all our kids up. Yeah.
God, and I hate that this is like Black Gutters because like we don't know like how far back in time this is, and obviously like the major point towards the end of this chapter is that like old girl, you know, got snatched up by the teacher that's blackmailing her and like brought her to like the gym or whatever, and they're going to go like run up on that situation right now. So it's like, you know, without the Black Gutters, I could be like, see, this nigga's in this location, the other motherfuckers at the school who's actually doing it, you know, but it's like, ah, man, Saint Germain might be that motherfucker, but I'm not ready to admit defeat yet, okay? God, Anime Rick said, we got this.
It's coming. Defeat is coming. Yeah.
No.
Staring at defeat like a foot doctor. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But so like I actually like when I was looking through this chapter, where is it? There's that one kid that's next to Zuma, and I actually thought like maybe she could just have this assassin woman just took on like something on my tongue. Maybe she took on like a different skin, like a bodysuit or something. And so, oh, here we go on 13. The kid to the left of Zuma, I thought kind of looked like her, like maybe in a different, like if she took like somebody's skin or something or wore.
Oh, you talking about Vamola?
No, on page 13.
Oh, wait, who the fuck? Why did I think that this bowl cut ear pierced motherfucker was Vamola for a second? I'm screaming. Okay.
Yeah, you're tripping.
Yeah, I'm super tripping. What the fuck?
But yeah, I was like maybe that's the warrior chick, or maybe she's just like, you know, you go to the end of the chapter, and so we got Rin. She's, you know, looking at fuck, I forgot her name. Koki, Keiko,
Yeah, Koki.
Yeah, so she's, you know, keeping an eye on Koki, and then fucking buff gym teacher is like behind her, and it's
nigga
like,
look like Razor from Hunter x Hunter,
bro. Or like one of the niggas from the like self improvement club at Bob Psycho, just
oh shit
as fuck. Yeah, Razor, just big, super swole.
Tank
But he was
top
pretty sure that's the
tiger
guy
from One Punch Man.
Yeah, a tank top. Oh man, I'm pretty sure this is the guy from like the last chapter who invited that lady to the mixer.
Yeah,
the teacher. So it's like maybe he's on their side too, or maybe like the whole time he is the warrior chick in like a buff body.
I think the way that I
body.
kind of interpreted this like last scene or this last page or whatever with the idol, what is the class president chick with the, she like turns into like a singing dancing Britney Spears type when she used her powers.
Yeah, turtle time.
Yeah, turtle time. Yeah. The way that I interpreted this was like he's supposed to be looking, you know, scary and ominous, like creeping up behind her, but I'm pretty sure, you know, he's here because he's gang. You know what I mean? He's like, because she's watching the teacher that took Koki into the school, and he's behind her. So we're supposed to think like, oh no, watch out, big buff angry guy behind you. But I think the next chapter is gonna be like, hey man, he's gonna be like, something ain't right, something's fishy here, and I'm here to investigate it too. I got you, I'm with you type shit. I think it's like supposed to be like a subversion in that way.
I can see that. Or like, hey, you ain't supposed to be here. This we're about to have our mixer,
singles mixer, yeah. And then maybe he's oblivious to like everything, and he's not suspicious of anything, and he's just here for like other personal reasons, and then he like finds out what's good through the class president or whatever and helps her anyway. But either way, like he's gang. Like I don't think that this is dangerous for her.
I'd be cool if he's like cool as fuck. I like that actually. Like he says like, hey, you shouldn't be here. She turns around, screams, and like the guy, whoever's talking to Koki, like flees, and it's like, oh man, you fucking, he's gone now. You know, you alerted him.
Yeah, that would suck because, you know, Okaroon and Ira, they're on the way, and they left the, you know, Momo fixing ceremony thing or whatever that Seiko and them are off to, so that they could come help in this situation. And I love that. I love this chapter for like what it kind of like does. And you were talking about like stakes and whatnot, because, you know, Seiko pulls up and she's like, hey, I think I figured out what to do. Pull up, you know, come with me and we'll go fix Momo, you know. And then suddenly Kinta pulls up and is like, nah man, hold on, but back at the school Koki's in some shit, man. And you know, and then everyone's like, okay, wait, we actually have to go do that first. Can we like wait on this? And Seiko's like, no, we need to do it by a specific time or we'll miss our opportunity. And I like, my chest got tight, like reading that dialogue. I was like, oh shit, like what do you do? Where do you go? But like they figured it out, you know, because it's teamwork make the dream work. You got Momo and Ira leaving to go handle that or whatever with Kenta so that Momo can still make it. But it's like that's going to create drama in and of itself, I feel like, you
Yeah.
know, later on down the road without Momo and Ira and Kenta, you know, being a part of
Especially
the
if it's a
party.
fail.
Yeah,
Especially they get there and like everything just nobody like the fucking Koki's gone and like
yeah.
the fucking teacher's gone and it's like, bro, like
Yeah,
we
there's
don't
no
we don't
way
know.
that like the Seiko shit, like whatever they're going to go do, just like goes off without a hitch and like everything's fine and like happens like naturally with like no dramatic issues like whatsoever. Like
Yeah.
even though it's kind of like set up to kind of make you worried, like, oh man, where do we go? Do we save Koki? Do we go save Momo? Like we're on a time limit on both things. Like what do we do? It's like, oh no, we just figured it out. Like some of us will go here and then the rest of y'all can go there and it's totally fine. It's definitely not gonna be totally fine on both fronts. Like there's gonna be weird, crazy drama with Koki and the team that went to go save her. And it's probably going to be related to the members of the cast that don't come with to the Koki situation. And then I think also in the Seiko team, when they go to go do the thing, there's going to be some kind of like sticky situation that ends up, you know, only being tense because of the specific members that like aren't that didn't go with them in some kind of way. You know what I mean? I think that I could see that.
I can see if some of the antagonists that we were just introduced to recently are like in those different places, like maybe the alien warrior is at this shrine to like get in their way, and then maybe like Okarun and then pull up and the teacher with the Zhangxi and like fucking Hase is there, and it's like a fucking whole thing. It's like fucking just big battles on both sides or whatever.
Yeah.
Something's gonna get in the way, and I don't know. I was hyped to see because I always appreciate the Kenta W's, man. Kenta pulls up and he's like, bro, it's emergency. You know, shit is serious. They taking fucking Koki to the gym. Like he's here, bro. He's there when you need him.
relevant.
Yeah, he's
You know,
relevant.
he's
And we
not.
got his
He accomplished his goal. He had one job to do. He understood the assignment. He told everybody how the fuck it was gonna go. Everybody else had theories and predictions, and he called them jobbers and said, "Y'all don't understand how this shit works. Let me show you how to do this shit." And a couple chapters ago or whatever, when he had the glasses and he was talking about the plan or whatever, and everyone was like speculating on like who was the most sus or whatever. He's like, "No, y'all don't know what y'all talking about. This is how it goes." And then now his objective has been complete. The teacher who they've been looking for has Koki. Like that's a huge W for him. Like he's doing shit. Like he's relevant. He's not useless.
Yeah, everybody else went home after the whole like delinquent stuff and shit, and he stayed and kept watching Koki. So he's doing his job, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, he always pulling up with the fucking hoverboard. So he
McFly
got the
shit.
moves, man. Yeah, he's that guy, bro. I gotta give him his props, man. He pulling off, and so it's like, okay, team Ira. We got Okarun, Ira, and Kenta. And Okarun don't have powers, but he got hands.
But he got abs though.
Yeah, he got them abs, bro. He gonna pull his shirt up and just opponent's gonna fall over. Like, damn, this nigga got abs, bro.
Nigga Japanese Michael Jackson.
Yeah, he got the moves, yeah.
Like Jagger.
Yeah, like Jagger. So yeah, this situation is getting hairy, man. And this is the second time that we've had a crazy like chapter like this, and then Yukinobu takes a month break. The last one was right after.
Oh, he took a month break before. I don't even remember that.
It was like 20 chapters ago. It was right after the chapter where Jermaine beat the storybook, and then like before he like sealed them up, he was like, "Have you ever heard of the Dandadan?" And then it was like the big,
yeah. So it was before our coverage started then.
Yeah. We started, you know, like 5 or 6 chapters after that, I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, he took a break for a month, and you know, 20 chapters later, taking another break for a month. And I don't feel like it's a sick thing. I feel like it's a research thing. Like back when I used to read Naruto weekly, like I remember Kishimoto, like I remember very frequently, like 6 or 7, 8 times throughout the series, like it'd be like Naruto is on break next week Kishimoto will be gathering research, and I was like, okay, you know, I wonder what that's like. Yeah, he gotta go and do his shit. And so, I mean, last time he came back with research, we got these last 20 chapters, man. It was a lot of shit, you know, firing up. We got the Toshi boys and a whole bunch of. We got the Seiko arc. We got Koki
the Muramasa blade lore.
Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in these last 20 chapters from that last. I'm gonna say it was a research break, and that's, you know, that's what I think this next one is too. So
yeah,
I think we're gonna be busting when it come back. I can't wait. He's also probably helping with the anime too, because I think the anime is coming back in spring for season 2, and that's gonna be
Oh,
lit.
sure, yeah.
But
Got to go put his hands on that.
yeah, for sure. But nice to see Manjuro again. It's been a minute since we've seen him.
Yeah,
Oh, you know,
old unibrow folks.
yeah, you know what I actually thought when I first read this chapter? I just remembered now. So when this chapter first came out today and I read it and I got to like page 3, like at first I saw the naked lady he approached or whatever, and then like when I got to page 3 and he's like, you dropped something. At first, it was only for a short second. I thought it was the fucking anatomical doll like model or whatever. So I thought like maybe a human had been in it somehow. I was like, how the fuck did a person
Oh,
get inside their body? I was like, oh no, that's the alien or whatever. So like
yeah.
this person's in there. But I just thought of that because Manjuro, I'm pretty sure Manjuro was in that like arc
Mm-hmm.
when we saw that doll thing too.
That's
But
right.
yeah, they mentioned the Evil Eyes underwear. I had forgot all about that, man.
So
It's
did
been so long.
I. So did
Bro,
I.
yeah, it's like tourists are coming by to see the underwear and shit. So it's like
But the
a lot of stuff
mangaka
is
don't forget. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
He never forgets, man. I love this shit, bro.
yeah.
Staying consistent. So that means it's probably going to be another like that's probably going to be mentioned or used at some point. Like the underwear are getting put back on, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
Somebody
no,
gonna wear that
definitely.
shit.
Yeah, like
They're like
that's Chekhov's gun right there. Like,
somebody's gonna wear that shit like the fucking mask, yeah. Just become freaky or something. I don't remember.
screaming.
But yeah, good 2 chapters. Love to see Seiko again. She got all these band-aids on and shit. I'm very sad about that. I will kiss all those spots later.
Back
But
up, nigga. Hold on. She's married.
but she got hella suitcases and shit. They going on a little
Yeah, it's because
trip.
she coming to my house.
Oh hell no.
We having a
They going
staycation.
staycation my ass. But yeah, and everybody has the fucking the granny thing, like the fucking Zuma and the other kid. They're like granny when she's like, yeah, that's my granny.
Like, this lady is
'Cause she
25 years old.
yeah. And she's always cool with anybody coming along or whatever. You can come eat, you can come to us on this fucking mission, whatever.
Yeah,
Just
and
get
they're
in the
like, we ain't
car.
got no money though. Oops. And she's just like, who said the kids are paying for anything? Man, get in the car.
Yeah.
Just get your ass in the car.
The fucking cursed trunk. Yeah, old dude. Because I was gonna say, like, old dude's old as fuck, but she probably gets it. Like, he's not really old. He just got aged or whatever.
Oh
But
yeah, they kind of twin flames in that way. Birds of a feather.
yeah. See, he old as fuck, but young, and she look young and old as fuck.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think that's gonna do it for this chapter. I can't wait to see where it goes a month from now.
Same
That's
Z's.
chapter 181 and 182. Thank you for watching. Now jumping into Gachiakuta, chapter 123, True Colors. The pot has boiled over and shit is hitting the fan. We got the fist fight has begun.
Yeah, man. They really throwing them bitches.
Rudo walked up and he throwing hands. It's getting real, but I
Yeah,
love
they
how
tried
like
to anyway, but Buddy came
yeah
in and
yeah
said, hey.
yeah. I love how like as Rudo is like walking up, like you can see Tamsy's like silhouette in the background on that first page.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that.
Yeah, and then on that next page, everybody's just looking like, like Tamsy and I forget what this person's name is, but they're just like they can't believe their eyes or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Tamsy was behind. I guess he's turned to the side because I was like, is he
Tamsy's in 2
looking
of these
somewhere else?
panels on the first page.
Yeah. It's just to show like more, Rudo taking steps or whatever. But yeah, this chapter, man, we got some shit. We got hands attempting to be thrown and Buddy in the way. Gris, I think that is.
Yeah, you right.
Breaking up the fighting and
Good old Chris.
Yeah, Rudo on his shit, or no, yeah, it was Folo. He's talking about my pathetic life and fucking
His dialogue is still so funny to me.
My stupid nobody personality, my reality where I can't change the same thing. If you have such amazing powers and use them to go back to the sphere and get at it, and then this is where the fucking the big spirit bomb that was charging up behind these motherfuckers is let loose.
Yeah, and the spirit bomb is just like furniture from inside the crib.
yeah. You just spit out like a wooden beam or something, and it's like, oh shit, we probably should have not been tussling. Kind of got to pay attention because we got this fucking monster behind us. And like how it's like, oh, on page 6, the fucking like in the gutters, the word all is there.
Yeah.
That's Tamsy, I guess.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's Tamsy too,
Yeah.
This is what happens when you fight each other. True colors come shining through. And I think that that's like a double entendre, right? Because it's like true colors for like in relation to like Folo and like Rudo's like personalities or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Because like and but then it's also because like, oh, the house is being revealed to be, you know, a fucking
the trash beast,
autonomous trash beast thing.
Yeah,
like
at
this
first
is the house's true colors.
Yeah, this is what it truly is, type shit. So that shit, I mean, that shit looks cool as fuck. I gotta praise the monster design in this series all the time. Like, Kirana be drawing her ass off, man. This shit looks dope.
Yeah. Some shit
And
that
then,
you see in like a Tim Burton film. It's like reminds me of like Nightmare Before Christmas or some shit.
Yeah, for sure. This page 8, like when Rudo is like, at first I was like, what's going on? So like I get it now, but like his blow dryer is broken or whatever, and so like I didn't know what I thought he was doing here, but he's like taking it off, and then he picks up his like net or
he's
whatever.
like, what the fuck? Wait, is that my blow dryer? He like reaches back to like touch it, and it's like gone. He's like, no, my shit.
Yeah, and so
my
like
shit I had.
Like the the panel where it says like clank and rummage, like I thought he was looking for something, but he was just like unzipping or unsnapping the straps for the backpack for that thing or whatever, and then like they exchanging these looks. Is like, you old fuck shit, man. We almost died, but I'm gonna deal with you later, man. Like
it's more so that this is why I love Rudo's character and how much Keirana like pays attention to like what Rudo's character would do in like from situation to situation, because like Rudo is mad that his like precious property was broken because of this dumbass fight. Like Rudo cares about every single item that he uses as a weapon as if it was like, a teddy bear that was given to him by, his parents when he was like a 5-year-old, you know what I mean? Like he really, really, really loves every single piece of trash that he uses, and for it to be smashed to bits, the way that it did because of some silly, fit that Folo kind of started throwing here, like Rudo's like, bro, fuck you right now, you know what I mean?
Think about it like that. I was looking at it like, like this almost cost us our life, but yeah, you're right. Like Folo sees, and it's like Folo knows, like he knows how much Rudo like appreciates stuff, and like he it's got to like bring up that memory where it's like he couldn't give Rudo his hammer and shit. Like so much has got to be like eating away at this kid.
Yeah.
And then, he sees that look in Rudo's face, and then Rudo just still turns and walks away. It's like, wait, how did we get here, bro? And it's really good for both of their characters.
Yeah, somebody he kind of snapped out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He's just like, back to the mission, like, I can't waste time fucking around with you, bro. Like you tripping, but like I got a job to do. This is my first solo mission. Let me fucking get back to work, because like you on some bullshit and you broke my thing, and like this shit sucks. Somebody said this panel, this vertical panel on page 9 with Rudo walking through the like trash or whatever. They said that reminded them of like the Akira slide. And so you feel that way too?
No, not the Akira slide specifically, but there is like a similar panel with like Tetsuo and Kaneda, like.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like kind of.
Okay, yeah, I think I do remember that actually.
Yeah. No, it's definitely. God, I can't even remember like what was happening in the story.
It's like the title. Like if you just look.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like he's just walking to the bike. So okay, I can see that.
Oh yeah, first, that's it. There we go.
Yeah. Like at first I was like, the Akira slide? Nah, I'm not giving them that. But like I can see that being like the Akira like cover. Okay, that's dope. That fits. So yeah, Rudo's just I'm gonna charge up towards this fucking house, and that shit's fucking big, and it's fucking starts spitting out couches and shit. And
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah,
he got that couch in his mouth on the panel on page 10 like a cigarette.
Yeah. Fucking cannonball that shit out, fire that bitch at him.
Yeah.
We got into a fight. Yeah. We're here for Rudo's first job. We got into a fight. It's like, I still feel like the thing I was saying last week about the gloves, like fucking with his mind. I feel like now he's kind of like snapping out of it and realizing it. Cause it's like a lot of times people go crazy and shit like that. Like it'll take over for a little while. They'll come down or like calm down or something and start realizing like, oh, wait, something ain't right. Like, man, what am I doing?
It has to be that. And Rick said was eating me up in the comment, talking about like he was like roasted. He was roasting me for not fucking with like Folo's dialogue or whatever. But like if he really is under the influence of the gloves and they really are making him crazy, then Kei Urana like made his dialogue cringe like that to like sell that point. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like he was waffling and saying dumb shit like on purpose. So like I didn't resonate with like a single thing that that nigga was saying, bro. Like I don't know if everybody else does this, but I put myself like, you know, in the situation. Like, what if a nigga was saying this shit to me? You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You're making no
Yeah.
sense. You sound like an idiot. Like, you have no good points that you're making right now.
For sure.
Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but shit gets a little hairy, and I guess he's like we've been getting a lot of these good panels, man. Like this fucking page 12 where we get the Folo's like reaction, and he's like thinking about it, and he like squats down and shit, and it's like this shit is eating him up. And we've been getting like it's on the bottom of 9 too, where it's Rudo walking away from him, and he all he can do is just stand there. How did things
Yeah.
turn out like this? Like we've gotten that same like kind of panel like page structure like several times in this arc, and it always hits.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, everyone's been
it
thrown
happens.
off their groove.
Yeah.
And it's
It hap-
all because of you.
Yeah, he fucking shit up, man. He fucked up the flow, bro. Like they had it, like they were gonna be straight, and he could have just took a seat because this is Rudo's first mission. Like you don't got to
Yeah.
be a hero, bro.
But now that he snapped out of it, he clutched the fuck up. He whipped the hat at this house in a way that got its attention. I'm like, hold on, my nigga, you a you a baseball player or something? Like you took your hat off and threw it with so much force that it ran into a solid like wall creature. And he's like,
Yeah,
huh? And like pissed it off to the point of coming to get you. Like, how hard did you throw that hat, bro? Look at the fucking
yeah,
like impact cloud
yeah. It
illustration.
clanged.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it clanged, bro. Like, holy
yeah,
fuck, look at the arm on this kid.
yeah. The aggro is crazy. Bro, like the Rudo and Tanzia, they were like 5 feet in front of this thing, and a hat makes him go, huh?
Yeah.
I gotta run over here, like, bro. His
Like, niggas
aggro
with
level.
superpowers are right in front of you. But he
Yeah,
whipped this hat so hard that he pulled aggro. I'm in tears.
yeah, and then it's just like, sorry, God. So he just like he knew I'm gonna throw this hat, and it's just like it's gonna kill me. Like
Yeah,
it's
but
gonna.
like it didn't really need to, did it? Like it was already charging at him. He could have fucking sidestepped this thing. Like, why are you swinging the hammer into it, bro? Like, you got like a momentum and inertia, involved and whatnot. You could have fucking like backflip. Like if you could throw a hat so hard that it clangs and pulls aggro on a giant house monster, I know you got like a triple back handspring round off in your bag,
Yeah,
or
because like
something like that too. Like get out the way.
because it stopped at the edge, so he could have just rolled out the way, and
That's
like
what
it
I'm
would have just hit the
saying.
pillar. It
Yeah,
would have
and
just
would
hit the
have.
pillar, and either fell off or like fucking just fucking passed out from hitting the pillar.
Yeah, like was his plan always to have the house run into the pillar and have it fall on the house, or did he want the house to like run off the cliff with him? Because like if
Maybe
his
run
plan
off.
was the pillar, you should have got the fuck out the way.
Yeah, I'm thinking this was this like in his eyes he was just like I don't fucking deserve to even be alive anymore. Let's just sacrifice myself for the mission and hopefully take this thing down.
Yeah, and he says, he says, next time I won't mess up, I promise. And then he's fucking scrunched on the rock, like down on the last page, like nigga,
Yeah.
every bone in his body is broken. He looks dead.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if he's dead. Like this is kind of like, and this is probably basically like what Tamsi wanted. Like fucking, Tamsi was like, "Who can I kill?" But like, if you don't have to kill anybody and get the same effect, it's like, okay, bingo. Like
Yeah,
this is definitely going to have a strong reaction for Rudo. He's going to have a strong reaction to this whole thing. It's like, dude, 5 minutes ago was just snapping on me for like nothing, and then he like got himself killed and thrown off a cliff. Like, bro, what
yeah.
the fuck?
And
Like
it's like,
he,
keep in mind, this nigga Rudo's like 14. So it's like 14-year-old dealing with crazy, like emotional, like roller coaster, like whiplash, like mood swings and shit like this is like probably fucking insane. And they're
yeah.
fighting for their lives.
Fighting for their lives, and like Rudo lost his like stepdad, and then he came
Yeah,
down. He got sentenced to death and thrown into this world, and
yeah,
all the shit with Amo and all the other characters. He's learning. He's finding out crazy shit about his like lineage, and then like this guy that's like close to his age or whatever. He probably they're fucking peers or whatever, and it's like, dude just started snapping on me and threw his life away. It's like, bro, this is a lot for a 14-year-old kid,
That's
dog.
what
Like,
I'm
what is
saying.
how does he recover? Like this Tamsy's gonna be like, it's all good, baby. He's just gonna
Yeah.
rub his head, yeah.
No.
Gonna give him head pats and fucking hug him and shit. Yeah.
He's waiting for like peak like emotional instability from Rudo before he like makes his move or whatever too. I'm pretty sure is what's going on here. So it's like
kind of like a Denji situation. Like Denji's fucking at his lowest, and then Makima like fucking pow, bang, and then
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's over, bruh.
Yeah, dog.
Like
That's wild.
they all come over to look, and it's like, damn, he really down there? Is he dead? And then Tamsi just kicks the other guys into the abyss.
Yeah. So do we actually think that Folo is dead? Like in the comment sections too, I want to know like what the audience thinks. Like, are you team Folo is out of here, or are you team like, oh no, he's not actually dead? Because the only thing that makes me think that he might not actually be dead is this like, next time I won't mess up, I promise. And it's like he doesn't say that out loud. He says that to himself. You know
I
what
was
I'm
thinking
saying?
that was just this. Like he's gonna like accomplish the mission. In this case, it's what he's doing. Like this last
Oh,
act, he's
this
not
is
gonna fuck.
next time.
Yeah, this is the next time.
Oh, okay. That's something I hadn't really thought about then, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to say maybe he's dead, but like he's still holding on to that hammer, and it's like maybe maybe if he was dead, his hand would be a little loose. But like,
Yeah, he is still holding on to the hammer, but I mean, like, bro, he's bleeding from every orifice. His all bones
yeah,
are broken, except this
yeah,
hand bone, I guess. Except the bones
yeah,
in his hand holding this hammer. But like, yeah, like you'd think that he would drop that shit.
yeah. He's definitely unconscious. He ain't getting up by himself. Somebody gonna have to help him up. Maybe Tamsi with the
Yeah.
fucking threads or something.
This
But
nigga looked like Loki when the Hulk grabbed him and slammed him on the ground over and over again. Oh,
yeah, this one.
another Avengers 1 reference.
Yeah. This one is weak, man. He had a rough week this week, and
Yeah.
he's like fucking bouncing off the walls and shit as he's falling down, dude,
Yeah.
losing his backpack and shit. Like, didn't he
Pinball
have
down the ravine is crazy.
yeah, like this is a real fall. I actually got like, so I think Gachi along with a Weekly Shonen magazine, like the chapters come out officially on like K manga like Tuesdays or whatever, I
Okay.
think. And so like people who read them officially, like not me, um,
K manga.
yeah, they be posting pictures, around like 11 or 12 in the morning, like noon, and like I'll be, I'll forget that it's out officially because I can't read it until it hits like one of the shitty sites at like 7 or 8 p.m. So it's like I can't actually read it until like after everyone else has already read it. So they'll be like posting and tweeting about it and shit. And I'm like, oh shit. So I like randomly clicked on a tweet and saw this picture of him like dead or whatever. I was like, oh
Damn,
fuck.
really?
Yeah, so this was the first thing I saw of the chapter.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, that's
And it's like,
crazy. That you probably didn't know what to think. How
yeah,
did
I
we
just
get
was,
here?
yeah. I was like, damn, Rudo beat the dog shit out of him or something.
No
But
way.
yeah, it sucks. But I'm just like, in this case, normally, like, I'd be like mad about like spoilers, but in this case, it's like they were the ones reading the official. It's my fault. I'm reading unofficials, and I'm waiting, 8 hours after the street release. So it's my
Right.
fault that I got spoiled.
No,
But
it's K
still,
Manga's fault for being such a garbage app, dude.
yeah, it shit sucks, man. Dude, like, why not do like Manga Plus? And
Exactly. Because
apps
they
so
want
much
to
better.
say we're different from them. We don't want to just copy them because
Yeah,
we're K manga and we're different in the
yeah, no, that
worst
shit's
fucking way
stupid.
possible, idiots.
Just copy, bro. Make the money and copy.
Right? Like they clearly
But yeah,
figured out the tech. Like
yeah,
there's
it's right
nothing
there.
wrong with just using the better formula now that it's known. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't broke, don't fix it, man.
Type shit.
But this chapter is pretty straightforward,
Mm-hmm.
other than like the emotions and the cool art with the fucking house shit shooting shit behind Rudo when they're about to throw them hands. So
Mm-hmm.
this fucking page with the chapter title, True
Yeah.
Colors, this shit was fire. This
So good.
Yeah, and we've seen this a couple times. Not only in this series, I can't think of examples outside of this series, but we
Yeah.
saw this same type of like page structure when Rudo and the gang got dragged down into like the trash beast with the vandals or whatever, and it was like
Yeah.
Rudo, and then on the other side it was like damn, what's the dude name? I literally Zodal.
Zodal.
Yeah, Zodal Typhus.
Yeah, it's just like a lot of like scratchy whites and like, splatter effect, like
Yeah,
kind of like, And
So you see
yeah,
how tense it is. The
yeah,
tension's
yeah.
fucking thick.
It's very
And
like gritty. It's very like, not uniform, not refined. Like in the border outlines too are just like very scribbly.
yeah,
It really sells, the atmosphere that
if
they're trying to go for. Yeah.
it feels like something out of like a Telltale series or something like The Walking Dead. Like they do the fucking like storybook kind of art or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, and
Mm-hmm.
it's like like you said, the panels aren't like defined. They aren't like within borders and line, hard lines and shit. It's all wobbly and scratchy, and
Right.
it's really cool. This is dope stuff. So
Yeah, the
really,
tension in the scene is very well communicated through the
yeah.
art. Yeah.
And you know that like the fucking trash piece is like charging up its laser behind them, so the ground's probably shaking and shit.
I'm a charging my laser.
Yeah. So it's like this is a good chapter, man. I fucked with it, and I can't wait to see what happens next. Like what on earth of this page is just crazy, bro. Like, bro, is he dead?
Yeah, and it's like you think that like it's gonna be like, oh shit, rage moment because Folo got cooked, and then like Rudo's gonna be like, you goddamn trash beast monster, and then like pull out like some crazy tech to like rage mode it, but it's like already defeated.
Yeah, yeah.
Like the trash beast is defeated and Folo is cooked, so like the reaction from Rudo is just gonna be like we're just gonna have to wait and see like what it
Yeah,
is.
there's no bad guy. Frieza killed fucking
Yeah.
Krillin and Goku goes Super Saiyan, but Frieza's dead too now. It's like,
Yeah,
who do
Pitou
I
sliced
snap on,
Kite's
bro?
arm off, and Gon was like, yeah, and like there's just no one to take these emotions out on left in the
Yeah,
scene. So I hope he just fucking blacks out and attacks Tamsi.
that'd be crazy.
Not
That'd be
that he would have a
nuts.
reason to, but just like I just want that motherfucker to get scrunched.
Yeah, I wonder if Rudo maybe like will just kind of like go into himself after this, just like seclude himself from everyone, just kind of sit in a room and just fucking think about this shit for like a week and not want to be bothered. And
Yeah,
they're like fucking checking on him, and he's just like, bro, I literally watched bro die. Like,
right.
he got ran off a cliff. Like, that's insane. Like, I fell off a cliff. I got tossed off a cliff, and then I watched bro get fucking pushed off a cliff by a trash piece that I should have. Like, he's gonna blame himself. He's like, I should have been able to stop that thing.
For sure.
A whole bunch of stuff.
I shouldn't have leaned into the argument, you know what I'm saying? I should have just let him yap and like continued working.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's a lot of room for that kind of character stuff following something like this up, yeah.
and Tamsi's gonna be there to support him. Like it's okay, Rudo. People die in the line of fire all the time.
People die every day, B.
Yeah. Don't let it affect you, man. He was tripping, and then
And he
get
paid for it.
get into his good graces with Rudo, so he can help that moment that he's looking for happen even more easier, betterly. But nah, good
Easier,
chapter.
betterly.
Hell yeah. But I think I'm squeezed out for 123. What about you?
Yeah, I'm all squeezed out.
Tight shit. We scrunchy. All right, that's gonna do it for Gachiakuta chapter 123. Now jumping into Galaxias chapter 18, Geo's adventure. And I appreciate the longer chapters. We
Mm-hmm.
usually sometimes we get some shorter ones. This one was more on the longer slash regular side. So yeah, we got 18 pages.
A little bit
Um,
girthier.
yeah, some girth on us, some meat on the bones. Good chapter though. We got some more knowledge. Geo knows, I guess, about the dragon source, kind of, sorta. Um, yeah,
On
I
this
was
cover
actually.
page at first, like when I just like saw her, with her little jacket down and her little yum yums out, which is crazy.
Huh?
But like,
Hershey Kisses.
but not, yeah. I was like, damn, that's kind of a crazy way to draw her. But I saw the dragon tail like behind her, like graffiti on like the stone wall or whatever. I was like, is this foreshadowing of some kind? Like, we're gonna find out she's like dragon folk like down the line
I
or
can see
something
it.
like
She's
that.
she's kind of doing like a rar type of deal with her
Hmm.
hands or whatever. So
Yeah.
maybe it is foreshadowing. Like
But like
she
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 would be a dragon folk by now, right? It doesn't just like spontaneously like happen suddenly like later in life, right? Like when do
well,
you get the tail? Like are you born with it? Do we know that?
they're talking about a bunch of stuff in the chapter that could kind of relate to it or whatever. Like there's
Hmm.
this whole research thing, and they're trying to find out what the dragon source is, and the greatest secret related to dragon folk. How and when did they come to be, and what are dragon powers? So it's like maybe they could crack the code and figure out this research, and something happens, and she becomes a dragon folk at some point. Maybe the raid, maybe all of these guys are just fucking manufactured. Um,
Mm.
or given kind of like was it in the boys like ingredient V, what was it called?
Oh yeah, Compound V.
Yeah, compound V. Maybe like as kids they're shot up with dragon serum or something, and they all just think that they were just born dragon folk or something.
Oh wow, that would
um
be a crazy twist.
yeah, so like even someone like Schmidt just thinks, yeah, I've always been, the fucking Mujina dragon. It's like, nope, they fucking shot you up with Mujina dragon blood when you were a baby and turns you into this. So you actually all been, fucking fucked with as kids.
Damn, that's kind of like Alita too. Then it's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah,
like with Desti Nova,
yeah,
and Ito and shit. Uh
yeah. It's
oh, the spoilers for a 30-year-old
uh oh,
manga.
yeah. No, don't do it, please, don't do it. But yeah, so we're learning a little bit about this dragon source, and dude's kind of like, I don't he gives her a little bit and just walks off, and it's like, you didn't want to know this shit anyway, and I don't need you. Like
Right.
he kind of flexes and does his thing this
It
chapter.
was a
But
great interaction though. Like I really appreciated it for both like Geo and Schmidt's characters to have this conversation with each other.
yeah,
I don't even care that the plot barely moved at all throughout this because the dialogue was just like that good.
yeah,
And
and yeah.
yeah,
But the middle of the chapter was kind of just like, jokey jokes, and I mean, but it got us someplace, and we figured out, dude has agreed to take them to Yuri's house,
yeah, that's
which,
huge.
yeah, I feel like we mentioned like maybe Yuri might have lived here before too when we got to this town or whatever. So
Yeah, but I also like
we
love the takoyaki shop like scene where it's like, yo, this line is long as hell. Let's stand in line because we got to get this crazy takoyaki ball that everyone's ranting and raving about. And then they wait in line the whole time until they get to the very end. And it's like, all right, we're finally about to eat that shit. And then some old lady has like a heart attack or some shit in the street. And her body just kind of like moves to go help her, which is like, points for Gio's character. Like, good guy
yeah,
Jones, like, you're great for that. I love you. You were standing in line the whole time, made a big deal about how you can't just leave the line. Otherwise, all the time that we spent waiting already would be a waste. And it's like, I resonate with that. Definitely don't want to waste time, in
mhm,
a line and then jump out of place and lose your position or whatever. But you did it anyway for, good Samaritan reasons. And then, oh, suddenly the person that you helped ends up being someone who makes this food way better than the shop that you've been standing in line for. I feel like you see that kind of shit like all the time in anime
yeah.
and manga, like scenes like this. You know what I mean? Like,
You definitely get the like hero moment, like Deku, like my body moved on its own to save that person's life type of deal. You get that
yeah.
pretty often with like heroes, but like
Well,
it
like
seems like
specifically like this situation where they're like, we're trying to do a thing and we put a lot of time and effort into the thing. Now
yeah,
we can't do the thing because we had to help someone, but helping that specific person actually like, coincidentally ended up accomplishing the goal anyway. You know what
yeah,
I mean? So like you're immediately rewarded for making that sacrifice. You know what I mean? Like I
yeah.
feel like that's common in these Japanese comic book stories.
Definitely. And I mean, and that like the reward is more than just like the octopus ball or whatever.
Right,
It's like
right.
they get the food, then they also find out that like the woman is tied to that dude who didn't want to help them at first, and now that
Yeah.
dude is gonna help them. So it's like you
And
got all
yeah.
kinds of
And it
information
never
out
would
of
have
this.
happened this way if it weren't for Geo, which is
Yeah.
great because we were just talking about like her relevance and like whether she's a burden and like is she useful, is she useless? Like everybody got superpowers and then here's this little girl that like can't really help out too much in combat. Like what will she do, you know, to kind of stay on an even playing field with the rest of the cast? And it's like this is what it is. That's good.
Yeah. Kind of feels like Narade kind of knows that like fate is kind of like being pushed along by her or something. Like maybe there's some kind of like force around her that just
Yeah, he
kind of
says
like
he's like, man, you
yeah,
keep sleeping on my girl, dog. You gonna see she got the juice for real. Yeah, he
yeah,
knows
yeah.
something.
Yeah, and then like fucking Schmidt has to, he just kind of got to suck it up. Like, ain't she interested? He's like, damn, yeah, he was kind of spitting like, without Geo stepping out to help that old lady, we wouldn't be in here eating these octopus balls and getting the information we need.
Right.
Shit all works out in the end. And yeah, just a good chapter. we learned that Yuri Holst was doing the in the research, and he destroyed all the data and went and killed the king and hundreds of dragon knights. Dude was a fucking
Yeah,
monster,
what
bro.
was the dialogue for that? Hold on one second. What
Uh,
page is it that they're talking about that?
it's
It's
two
after
and
the
three,
newsy comes in, right? Oh wait, no. It's
two and
that
three.
early.
Yeah,
Okay.
your
Oh
father
yeah, here we
grappled
go.
with the mystery
But
for over 10
6 years
years.
ago, he suddenly went mad. He
Yeah,
destroyed all the research data he's accumulated, then headed to the palace and killed the king. And it's like, was he under the influence of another dragon folk's power then? Like
that
that?
or like my thought was that maybe he discovered something like how I was saying, like maybe they were doing this to people, like maybe he discovered that like they were making these fucking dragon folks, and he was just like, fuck that, bro, this shit is fucked up, I'm going to kill everyone fucking involved.
Yeah, okay, I
and he
like that a
just
lot better than actually.
and he wiped out everybody, and nobody knows why he did it because he destroyed all the research. And maybe like Narade was like patient zero, or like
Yeah.
the most recent, because he's like the most crucial subject in that research is Narade. So maybe Narade
Yeah.
was the original dragon and he's been alive for fucking hundreds of years or
Yeah,
some
because I was
shit.
immediately like my mind went to, but when it said, but suddenly 6 years ago he suddenly went mad. I was like, okay, so it's some dragon folks like power to influence you in this way or something like that. But I
Yeah,
felt like immediately I was like, well, maybe that's what the author wants me to think. Like that felt like too obvious, but it was the only thing I could think of at the time. But I like what you're
I,
saying a lot more.
yeah. I mean, I can see it the other way too. Maybe like he was getting too close to the truth, and somebody like had him fucking mind controlled or something, or brainwashed, and
Hmm.
sent him on a frenzy. So that could definitely be a thing too. But a researcher is, fucking no one can find out the secret to dragon folk powers and where they came from. And then this guy is researching it, and suddenly he fucking goes crazy and destroys everything and goes and kills the king and hundreds of dragon knights. These dragon knights are strong as fuck. These niggas split continents and shit. It's like he went and
Yeah.
killed all them niggas. Like what caused him to do that? It had to be something
And him
crazy.
having the capability to do that, like this nigga's nice, bro. Like whoever,
Yeah.
like this motherfucker is not a game. You've killed hundreds plural of
Yeah.
dragon knights serving as guards. That means that they were like around. Like this is all at once. Like they were like right outside the palace. Like when you did this, like
Yeah, he just pulled up like a fucking tornado, just wiped out the palace, killed all
Madara
the biggest.
style.
And
Yeah.
then they like, I'm pretty sure like they think he's still alive. Like they were looking for him. Like in chapter one, I'm pretty sure they were saying like he's a wanted man for killing the king, and like they want to
Right.
kill him, but they're also like they want to kill Geo too for being like related to him. So I think he like they believe he's still alive somewhere, but he had the remember at the end of that one chapter, like chapter 4, Narade kind of like fucking bloop, 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 and he was like, "Hey, it's me. I'm Yuri. Stop looking for me," type shit. Like he had that
Yeah.
weird dialogue,
Yeah, I do
and
remember that.
yeah, so it's like something freaky is going on. And I guess we're getting some answers. These kind of chapters definitely give us answers, but they also give us more questions.
Right. Then those are the best kinds. That's the best way to do that.
Yeah. Love when that happens. But he's like, he gave her that information. He told her, what he knows. He said that about covers it. And she's like, bro, what? Like
But like
that's
Schmidt still ain't telling like he's still not saying everything. I feel like you know
yeah,
what I'm saying. Like he said a lot more than I thought he would say, and it feels like he's pretty serious about what he's saying too. Like it doesn't feel like a rouge of any kind.
yeah,
Rouge, can't remember.
yeah, ruse.
Yeah, it doesn't doesn't feel like he's bullshitting about like the shit that he's saying to Geo. In this earlier scene. But it still feels like it's just not everything. I just have to assume it's not everything just because of the kind of character that he is.
He also makes it very clear that he does not need her around. Like he would like
Yeah.
probably kill her if he needed to. And it's
Right.
like, yeah,
So why
he
tell
does.
her everything anyway if that's
Yeah,
how you feel about her?
yeah. It's not like he's giving her any like false information or anything that might make her give him information that she's looking for. It's like, bro, I don't need you at
Right.
all. Like I just need him. You
Hmm.
can die for all I care. Like if you get lost, or like if you go to the bathroom, I'm gonna tell fucking Narade that somebody kidnapped you and we're gonna bounce or some shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a good character. I mean, a good chapter for their characters and shit. And
For sure.
Narade, I guess, fell asleep when he was taking a shit or something.
Yeah.
he,
Yeah.
yeah, what a great nap! Don't you mean a dump? You were in there for a long time. Oh, he thought he was dead, so I guess he passed out from
From
pushing,
dumpage?
pushing fat dumps.
Crazy.
Um,
Wonder what the Keurig count on that dump was.
Keurig count is that like?
Oh, that's like a South Park reference.
Oh, okay. I was like, is that a fucking cat poop coffee thing?
No. Oh, I forgot that there's cat poop coffee, dude. Holy fuck.
Yeah, 2 Chainz had some of that shit.
Yeah, damn. Oh yeah, on most expensive shit.
Yeah.
Oh god.
That
Dude, the
cat shit
episode where
coffee.
he like smokes the most expensive bong or whatever.
Wasn't it like fucking 10 feet tall or some stupid shit? It was like a big
Yeah,
ass
and
bomb.
he like barely hits it and then like runs off with like an airplane like pantomime of some kind and then just like ends the video because he didn't want us to see him like high as shit. He must have been like embarrassingly high because after he takes that hit, the video's just over. He's like, "Yeah, man, I was high as hell. Thanks for watching the episode. Bye."
Yeah. He couldn't let everybody see us like eating all the food in the building, yeah. I gotta preserve my image. I'm titty boy.
Oh shit.
But yeah, he's asking fucking Schmidt asked Narade, why did you take Geo off the island? And you know, that's where they get into the whole like, don't worry, I'll prove she ain't worthless. So he's even questioning like fucking Narade, like, bro, why would you even if you would have found out the truth, like why would you even bother breaking that fucking shitter with you?
Like, well,
But
watch this. And then she brings
yeah.
us to Yuri Hull's house, so it's like, okay.
Yeah.
This is why she's here.
Yeah, I
Hate
was
fucks Twitter.
surprised.
Yeah.
Dude pulled up and it's the same guy, the prohibition dude with the hat and the
Yeah.
barrel, and he's, "Ma, you okay, Ma? I heard you fell down." Like, oh shit, I guess I gotta help you guys. Take it to Yuri's house. And
Yeah, like that's what solidifies it as like a fate-based thing, right? Because it's like that's just like too coincidental. So I think
yeah,
what you were saying earlier about like fate, like, you know, um warping around Geo in some kind of way is definitely a thing. Like maybe this is like a prerequisite to the reveal that she is a dragon folk and her powers work like on like a fate level. And
yeah,
she's just broken as fuck.
yeah. She's just altering fucking reality without realizing it, just on a small scale or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Some butterfly effect stuff, and I don't know. Like, part of me wants to like add Narrate in there because they called him like the wave dragon, so maybe it's like she's making waves or something. But that's his thing. I don't know. I'm just kind of just fucking forcing it at this point. But you never know, man. She could turn out to be a dragon folk of some kind, and
Yeah, like looking at the cover page, man, like that's like where my mind went on that. I was like, bro, like you're this is like foreshadowing or some shit. Maybe I'm not the first one to say it. If I am, kiss the ring, niggas, because I swear this is about to be a thing later, man. I'm telling you.
yeah,
But
like 130 chapters in, she gonna grow a little tail
yeah,
and go fucking Goku mode. She can just turn into a great dragon.
god damn.
I think that happened in the one shot. I had to read it again. It's been a minute, but
I
there
have
was like
not read the one shot yet.
it's like straight kaiju battle, like big monster versus big monster type deal.
Oh wow, is that where we're going then?
It could be, but
Oh
it's
shit.
like a lot of that was not so far shown in this. I was
Oh
like,
man, it
I don't
makes
know.
so much sense that like eventually like higher tiers would just like have like a full dragon form.
Yeah. And I want to say, like, I don't remember if we mentioned it last week, but I had the thought, like, maybe I said it last week or maybe someone else said it. But like, what if we get to a point where like some dragons have more tails? I don't
Yeah,
know if that like
multiple tails. You did say that.
okay, yeah. Look at me.
Or maybe I did.
Nah. I definitely want you.
Rick said,
Nah, I want you for sure. I know.
pull up the receipts, man.
I know for sure. Burn them.
Burn them.
Burn them. But yeah, I mean, you know, I wish Weeb was here. He might have had some more insight for this chapter.
Yeah, for
He'd be
sure.
kind of bagging on this. So maybe he'll chime in the comments. Weeb, if you're listening, you better be listening. Better be.
Get
Better
in
see you
there,
in the
buddy.
comments, baby boy.
I need to hear your thoughts on this one, buddy.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out to Weeb, man. Hopefully he gets his situation straight. He got hacked or whatever. So hopefully that gets fixed sooner
I
than later.
really need that to happen like right now.
Yeah, because that's fucking with the money, man. Can't be fucking with the money.
That ain't
Boy, gotta
good
make
business.
dude gotta
Starting
make
to
a
look
living.
like a witness. Oh yeah, okay.
Uh-oh.
No, I was
Yeah.
quoting the mob.
Yeah, that's for the gangsters and the bitches, the hustlers and the hoes.
hoes.
Yeah, I love that shit, yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's like my favorite Wayne song. Anyway.
yeah, it's one of my favorites. But I think that's gonna do it for chapter 18. You got anything else?
No, I'm good.
All right. Galaxias, chapter 18, Geo's Adventure. Now jumping into Ranger Reject, and we got doubles. So we're doing chapters 166 and 167. Shinya Kuretani, age 28, part 4 and 5. And fucking doozy. Negi
Holy
Haruba
fuck, man.
absolutely cooking up insane backstories here. I guess kind of should start and with part 4 and then kind of fall into part 5. But
Like how we
this
did
first
Dandadan.
yeah, this first page, man, it shows like Kiritani in this like fucking cafe or something, and he's like typing on the keyboard, "Hey, that guy, isn't he from that thing?" And everybody's like fucking, talking about him. He's like, "Yeah, it's from the Divine Dragon Ranges. I hope you keep watching." But then you turn the page and it's like fucking horrified, like that
Yeah.
guy, he's from that thing, and he can't take it. He just fucking shuts his laptop and runs away, and it's like this whole
So now we
time through.
know that this is because of like, the conflicting emotions and like personalities inside of him, the kind of like dichotomy of his character
Yeah,
wanting to, be with his family and live a normal life versus the one that's like obsessed with his art and wanting to make a name for himself, in the Dragon Keepers like syndication or whatever. So like on the first page, when they're like, "Hey, it's that guy from that thing," he's like, "Yeah, this is my project. It's the Divine Dragon
yeah,
Keepers. I hope you keep watching." So he's like happy. But then the next page is the other version of himself that, just wants to live a normal life with his family. And that's why when people are talking to him like, "Hey, it's that guy from that show," he's like, "Man, fuck this show. I want to be with my family," type shit,
well,
right? Like that's what's
I think it's
happening.
also it's like well, this is a dream, but
Right.
like
It's a dream, but
but
that's what
like
it's representing though, right?
it's like the two sides of like there's the confidence in the show, I think, and then the thought that it's shit. Because
Oh, right,
because
right,
then
right,
on
right,
that
right,
third
right, right,
page,
right,
it's
right,
like
right, right.
he's in the street, he's spiraling out. It's like it's so boring. The script is a mess. It's
Mm-hmm.
slop until episode 7. It's like episode 7 was when Sane took over and she had the episode. She wrote the episode by herself. It's like he's just fucking. It's showing both sides, but
Yeah, that's right.
like
I forgot that
it's
that was a thing for his character too.
yeah, but I definitely think like he is definitely like mentally splitting apart, and so like he goes through this whole thing where he's like on this page, what is it, page 12, where he's like, the more people like the show, the more self-worth I lose.
Right.
So it's like people like the show because they like Sane's writing, but he wants to be the writer, and like when she writes, the story gets better and it makes him look like like a worse writer, because when he
Mm-hmm.
was writing, the show was shit.
Mm-hmm.
But like it also makes him more popular because he gets to act out the role that is like reading the lines that Sade wrote. So it's like he's becoming successful by like being a worse
Yeah.
writer.
Right.
Yeah. And then like he's like hearing these meetings, like the writer went up to Sane and was like, can you write the script for the final episode? He's like peeking through the door, and even she, like, she's not an asshole. Like at no point does she ever go like, yeah, fuck Kiritani. She even like asks him for advice, and she's like, but Kiritani's the writer, and is like, it's okay, we'll break the news to him or whatever.
I thought she was like kind of like, she said I'm sorry for being rude or whatever, but like when I first read the chapter, I was like, isn't this like kind of a complete 180 for like her character? Like, wasn't she like kind of being like, snobby to him about the whole like writing thing like in earlier chapters, or am I tripping?
I don't think she was. I'm pretty sure she
Oh,
wasn't. I
okay.
don't think it was until like this whole thing resolved. So like I think
Oh,
she
okay.
was normal up until like the show got canceled. So like
Yeah, when she
there
pulled up
was
on him to talk about the show, I thought she was gonna be like, "Oh, you mad because I'm styling on you?"
nah,
But
nah.
no, she was like, "Hey, it's all good, man. We're doing great." Yada
Yeah.
yada yada.
Yeah, sorry to bother you when you're
Sorry to
busy.
bother you.
She's all reserved and stuff. She's like holding the fucking notebook, fucking cross armadilly and stuff. And
Yeah.
even he's looking and shit. So like people are loving it, and you're becoming a better actor by the day. And he looks at it. Episode 7 had a great impact, and she's like, oh my god, thanks so much. That means a ton to me, because like this was your shit, and like now I'm right, and I can't believe I still I'm still just a newbie. So she's just happy to
Yeah.
work,
A
and
lot more
he's
humble than I like when
yeah.
I don't know why I had this memory that she was being a fucking bitch to him like in the previous chapters in this flashback arc.
Nah, I'm pretty sure she wasn't. But she did to Sosei after he lost his memories, because of like all of this that happened and
Oh,
ruined her
right.
life. So like, she lost everything with this, with the whole murder, because like we find out in the end that was it in the end of this chapter? Let me see.
Eventually it goes into him confronting Soshi about the murder and then
Yeah.
finding out that he got arrested.
Yeah, yeah,
and
and he
then
says it
finding out
was
that
me.
he snitched on him. Yeah, so he's like blacking out and like waking up as
Yeah.
the other like version of himself back and forth. God, what does that remind me of? Like I almost said Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but that's not quite what I'm going for here. But
Well, it's kind of like a launch and whatever situation, but like
yeah,
he's
yeah,
not being splashed with water or sneezing or whatever. But he's definitely like having episodes where he like fades out and he's like himself, or he's his other self, where he either wants to do good or he wants to like sabotage things or whatever. And
yeah,
yeah, I've had a lot of conversations about these chapters because these shits are heavy, man. Lots of stuff happens in these two chapters.
yeah.
And so one thing you probably might not have noticed is page 6
How do you
or
know? Hold on, what page?
page 7. You might have noticed.
Let me
Let's see.
see. You don't know me.
Because I didn't notice it at first.
I'm fucking with you. I probably didn't. I probably didn't notice. Let me see.
So yeah, page 7 of 166.
Okay.
This kid, you notice it looks like D, and
Oh.
when D goes to like his human form or whatever,
Oh.
but he goes, I'm a huge fan. Thank you. I love the Dragon Keepers, whatever. That thing on episode 15 was foreshadowing, right?
Wait,
This
what?
is fucking Yakushi as a kid.
Oh.
Child Yakushi cheering him on as a kid watching the
Wait.
show.
No.
And fucking Kiritani doesn't even know. Like well, yeah, he does. He knows that. Like I was gonna say, he doesn't even know what was in episode 15, but like this Yakushi clearly saw the episode, so he knows. But he's like no
Oh.
idea. But
Fuck.
yeah, I saw this and I'm like, okay, so that's Yakushi. And now I'm wondering, like, because this is, like 20 years ago or, 13 or so years ago, however many years,
This
I'm
is like
thinking,
foreshadowingception right
bro,
now. It's
foresh-
foreshadowing inside of
bro,
foreshadowing.
foreshadowing the foreshadowing. And so, like,
No.
when I saw this, I'm like trying to think, like, how long ago was this? Because maybe D saw this because the invasion happened like shortly after all this when Kiritani starts fucking losing it, and like
Yeah.
at some point he things happen or whatever, and so invaders had to get created or whatever. So maybe like 3 years later, Kiritani Yakushi is a little older, and maybe D sees him as somebody in the stands, or maybe like a fucking picture of him floats around, and like this guy's a fucking invader fanatic or something. Maybe he sees this kid Yakushi and like subconsciously like forms his own identity based on this kid, or maybe like he's missing, maybe it's like a missing kid situation. He just sees Yakushi on like a milk carton. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
nobody will miss him, and he just like forms his own like appearance based on like young Yakushi, and didn't realize it because by the time he actually met Yakushi, he's like 30 years old or whatever, because more time has gone by. So it's like a lot of moving parts, man. He even mentions fucking foreshadowing, and it's
Damn.
just crazy. And
Yeah. For the double entendre foreshadowing is fucking crazy.
yeah, and more. I got something else to say on it later. It was like, I think it was Axel or somebody, or maybe it was V that pointed it out, but I'll mention it
Better be
later.
V.
I think it was V. We'll give the credit to V, but
Yeah.
yeah, fucking baby is born, and they found Tasagare in the woods in the mountains, chopped up into pieces. So she was really on that shit.
Yeah.
I feel like he might have had like a mental disorder, like maybe he had some kind of like,
He's like a sociopath.
yeah,
Like,
something where he's just
yeah.
like off the guy, and he's like, you're much better for it. He's just, I don't know, man. Like he killed the dude, chopped him up, threw him in the woods, and then he's just like having fucking friends over to celebrate the episode, and they're drinking beer and shit. I don't know. So he kind of gives me some kind of like mental
Yeah,
disorder.
he's a real psycho.
Yeah, and then so this chapter, he's like, yo, you killed him, didn't you? He's like, why'd you do it? And he was connected to forces that inflict evil upon society. He wasn't meant to be a hero, so maybe he was involved in some weird Diddy shit or something. um so she killed him, so maybe so she wasn't like a psycho. Well,
I mean,
maybe, but
we would have to find out that Tasogare was really on some fuck shit. Otherwise, like,
yeah,
this nigga's just sick in the head.
yeah, he might have been on some really fuck shit.
Watching too much Power Rangers.
Yeah. But like in this, fucking Kiritani's like, why would I snitch, bro? You did great. So it's like, this is another personality. And he's just going back and forth. He's like, I'm not gonna snitch on you. It's great. And then like you find out he did snitch, and it's just It's just a lot, man. These
Yeah.
chapters are crazy, and they even come to his crib. Thank you for your thank you for your cooperation. He doesn't remember. He completely doesn't remember. Please arrest him. He's in the phone booth making the anonymous call or whatever.
Yeah.
Soshi from the Dragon Rangers is the killer. Like he doesn't even
Yeah.
remember this shit. So that that does it for 166, and then we move into what might be the finale for this flashback, part 5.
I could see there
And
being one more after this,
I think
but
so.
yeah.
I could see it, and I can also see it not being another one, and I'll
Yeah.
explain. But yeah, so the show is over at this point, and like Shinya and what's her name, like Mitoko, they're living in the shrine or whatever. Shinya's just kind of he's adjusting to not being a famous Dragon Ranger anymore. He's like fixing up the lawnmower and making food and stuff, and
Hmm.
he's just doing
Some
fucking
real dad shit, man.
dad shit. Yeah, he's got the scruffy going on. He got some beard hairs coming
It's
in.
all cut off or whatever on the panel at the top of page 3, but I bet you he got some, some lawnmower grass stained New Balances on at the bottom of his pants.
Yeah, the fucking cookout dad threes, yo. Yeah, what I need to see more of like this landscape because bro, like they're in a cave, I'm pretty sure. So he's like cutting grass in a cave, or maybe they have like an outside field like area or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They got grass in this bitch. Dragon magic, dragon magic is the answer to a lot of
Dragon grass,
questions.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. But like, cool chapter for the beginning. We showing you see, what they've been doing and where's Yoko? I can't remember why this is important. I think that's one of the sisters that's missing or something. Not missing, but like maybe they didn't fuck with Shinya. Somebody can kind of fill us in the comments if they remember, if you don't remember.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I think last chapter something else. They were praising him for like what was it? Let me see because I was about to say it here. Where is it? Oh, you're becoming a better actor by the day. You say your lines with so much conviction, and Shinya's like, it's just the divine dragons aren't just fictional, and they're like, huh? And then here, he got this conversation with one of the priestess, and they're talking about like how they like the show, it went smooth, and it's been a minute. Uh, she asked if he meets with his coworkers, and he's like, nah, I never talked to them. But then fucking more conversation happens. Yeah, they're talking about the story.
Hmm.
Too bad it had to end that way with a murderer and all that stuff. Show shouldn't take the blame. And Shinny's like, it's all good, man. I'm cool living this normal life. I'm all that shit's behind me. And then the bus pulls up and fucking Sinead's on the bus.
Yeah.
Now he's shook.
Uh-uh.
He's like, I can't ride this bus, man. I can't get in here, be seen with her. And it's like, I don't have to suffer. Everything, it's all good. But then he goes home and he's on these fucking forums, these message boards that he's just fucking losing. He's looking at this computer, he's typing and shit, and it's like,
Yeah. And then it kind of clicks for him, like, this is how I am. I got two niggas inside of me.
yeah,
Like one want it this way, the other one want it that way. And I can't help but think that like maybe Negi Haruba is using Shinya's character as like a reference to like Jungian psychology or philosophy, like Carl Jung, because he had this concept in his research and his tenure as a psychologist and a philosopher about the shadow. Have you ever heard of like your shadow self?
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, like it's basically negative traits, or at least societally decided negative traits that your conscious ego kind of like rejects and like pushes into your subconscious because you think that they're not like socially acceptable, so you shouldn't be having them like out in the open or whatever. And Carl Jung said that if you don't properly like assimilate or integrate your shadow or your shadow self like into your conscious ego, then you're like, I don't know, like walking a path towards destruction or something like that, or at the very least you're like farther and farther away from like real like self-actualization or whatever. So like especially towards the end of the chapter, it feels like this is like a statement saying like this is what happens if you don't like properly integrate that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he just booms himself and says like
insane, bro.
Yeah, which is crazy because it's like, okay, fuck it, I'll just clone myself. One twin is the first version of me in this dichotomy, and the other twin is the second version of me, in my conflicting emotions or two sides of the coin or whatever. So y'all can just like live as separate entities, and you don't have to like deal with this like swirling, confusing Hakuba launch, Dr. Jekyll, like Mr. Hyde kind of like
Yeah.
anxiety that I'm dealing with. You guys can just be yourselves separately, or whatever. And I just think that that's like, if this really is like a nod to Carl Jung in any kind of way, then I think that that's like really cool from Negi to kind of use that for a character.
I can see it, and like it's crazy because I guess you always wonder like I wish I had more of me, so like I can send my clone to go to work for me or some stupid shit, or like have him do my homework. But in this case, he really did it, and like it seems like they really stuck to like what he told him. Like he created these clones, he aged them up to 10 years old. They have his memories, and so like if they have his memories, wouldn't it make sense for them to also kind of have these same conflicting emotions? But I guess they just kind of like settled on it. He was like, he gave them the order, and it's like you don't have to think about worry about which one to do anymore. Just do it. So you do what you want, and you do what's right, and they just fucking set off. And it's like the one that is like doing what's right is the one that is in this Magatia space that triggered this flashback,
Mm-hmm.
and that became like, so I'm guessing after this moment, after he booms himself, they kind of go their separate ways, and one of them becomes the psycho and the other one becomes like a cop and lives like a normal life or whatever. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking like at some point, like people not realizing that clones were a thing, because maybe he like left and went to a different city or some shit. He's just completely different life with his memories, so he knows what he's capable of, but he like has no, like they have no clue what each other are doing. So like the Shinya that's the Yellow Ranger probably has no clue what the Shinya that became a cop was doing. And it's like fucking um the Neos probably found him and was like, yo, get him, it's fucking Yellow Keeper. And he's like, what? But no, I'm a cop, bro. And it's like they threw him in here, and they figured out what was going on. They found out the truth, and now they're using that to give D the story or whatever. And it's like
Damn.
the other Shinya was the one who like was like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want, I'm gonna make this shit real. And he went and probably killed all the fucking other like dragon priestesses and went and did all the crazy science stuff and made the invaders. And now he's the one that's like the mad scientist. So it's like twin brothers with the same thought, same DNA, same everything, but one is like trying to live a normal life and the other one is like fucking mega terrorist.
Jesus, dude. I think that's
And it's
exactly
just,
what it is, right?
yeah.
I
And
think
it's
you're
like,
spot on with that.
and like, so we were saying something that one thing that made this chapter off was like they never once showed Kiritani fucking having like a science degree. Like how the fuck
That's what
did
I was thinking. Like suddenly we're just like, boom! I made this fucking cloning pod device. Like, thank God for divine dragon energy. And it's like, no, nigga,
Yeah.
you still need a doctorate or something, or like
Yeah.
some kind of degree. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like, you
was
don't
like, they
just
could have
do
at
this.
least they could have at least did like what they did with the Death Note movie at the beginning. It had like Yagami solve for X to show that nigga was smart. Like they could have showed him like as a kid in a science
Yeah, like
class
give
or
me one
something.
Pythagorean theorem, you know what I'm saying? Like have this
Yeah,
nigga find I or some shit. Like I need
I
to
think I think the olive branch that they extended was him fixing the lawnmower. It's like, yeah, just go with
Oh
his hands.
hell no. Fuck
But then
that.
so so there's also like the page 10 where he's like on the computer and he's like, it's like keyboard is super intense, there's the speed lines and it's like super he's like going crazy or whatever. So I was thinking maybe during like his frenzy or whatever, like he's reading the message boards and what people are saying about the Dragon Keeper. So maybe he looked up like how
Just
to
learned how to
clone,
make
like,
a cloning
yeah,
pod off of YouTube.
DIY cloning. Yeah, he just looked it up. So it was like
And then
the
the
power
divine
of
dragon
YouTube.
energy did the
Yeah,
rest. No, nigga, you
Dragon
still
magic.
need an engineering degree to do this. I
maybe
don't
maybe maybe
care.
maybe the lady, his girl, had some kind of science smarts or something, because she was
That's
trying to
why
live a
that's
normal
why I'm
life.
saying we need one more chapter or something like that. But even if we don't get one more chapter, like I feel like the events of these last two like really connect like all of the dots, because that explains like, the time difference as far as like, like how much time has passed like since the time in this flashback versus the present time in the story, and why Shinya seems to be like still, so young or whatever. It's because he like started over at like age 10 after a
Yeah.
certain amount of time. So it just like wraps things up like really nicely in that way.
Yeah, and it gives him a lot, like, because you have all your memories from living up to 28, and then you just start over at 10. So it's like he has
Yeah.
a lot of time to just learn stuff again, and he
Hmm.
already has so much knowledge. Like I'm sure he knows how to kill people, and he's fucking lunatic, and he's got these women here, and he's just like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
I'll murder them and just take their bodies and do crazy shit with it or whatever. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And then
Gives
And it's
context
like,
for why he's crazy the way that he is. It explains the time, and it explains like why there's two of him. Like it does everything in these last two
yeah.
chapters.
And one other thing I was gonna say with like him looking at the message boards or whatever. Oh no, actually, I was gonna say the reason I think that this is probably the last chapter of this flashback is because this is the good Kiritani's flashback. So like
Oh right.
he doesn't know what else happens to dude after this. So it's like, yeah, after that we split up and he can't tell us. And then later
Oh.
on he run, you know, D runs into, because D is getting this information. D is in the space and he's getting Kiritani's like story. And
Hmm.
so like it's like, okay, that was it for me. And then D encounters the other Kiritani and he gives him his side, like, yeah, after me and my clones split up, this is the shit that I did. And we get like another, you know, 3 chapters, Kiritani, age 28 or whatever.
Oh
And it's like a
fuck.
second Yellow Keeper
No, it's
side
gonna be
story.
Shinya Kiritani, age 10, part 1
Yeah,
for the
yeah, and we
clone
see.
story. Oh fuck.
Yeah, he's like they tried to raise me like my, you know, my wife tried to raise me as her son, but I killed her. I couldn't, you know, I couldn't fucking do this dumb shit. I just wanted to do what I want.
Which my dad told me to do. So
Yeah, my dad who is me.
my me
It's
dad.
it's a crazy situation. And like when I was reading this, it's like I felt so many emotions, man. Like I was like
Yeah.
sad for him, but also like mad, but also like disgusted. It's like, damn,
Hmm.
man, like so much he had to go through and so much that he like did. And we were talking in one of the chats about like why he snitched or whatever and like how he's conflicting with himself. And I think it was definitely V who was like, there's another like more sinister reason that he told or whatever on so say or so she. And it's like because like deep down he probably also wanted to sabotage Sane because, you know,
Oh.
getting dude locked up will fuck up the show and also, you know, fuck up her because he was like jealous or whatever.
Yeah,
Everyone's
wow.
giving her the spotlight and it's like fuck her.
Damn.
So he fucked up shit for a lot of people. A lot of people like lost their jobs and dude went to jail and all kinds of shit. And you know, after all this happens, that's when I'm guessing he clones Sosei and Sosei pulls up at the crib and that's when Sane's whole nightmare started. Um
Wow.
yeah, so the story, man, it's fucking deep.
The
It's hella
story
deep.
is storying right now, G.
Yeah. Negi is giving us that shit and like um another thing with like this computer scene, like it's very possible that Kiritani was like also chatting with like Yakushi in some of these like message boards, like he, because
Oh.
Yakushi, we know that he was in like the forums and the message boards and stuff and he knew a lot about the show. He was a big I think this was Axel that said this, he was a big fucking
No.
fanatic and he knew a lot. And it's like, yeah, he would know a lot because he's in the chats communicating with the guy who is on the show, a writer and an actor, because you
Oh.
know Kiritani's probably not like in there, like his username is probably not the Yellow Ranger. It's probably just like fucking Dude Man 365 or whatever, and he's just in there talking to people and giving them
Dude,
the
man, is crazy.
yeah, so it's like he probably is in here talking to Kiritani and doesn't realize it. It's like there's so many moving parts, man.
Yeah. But
So
they're
much.
all being connected in such a satisfying like way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like when mangaka are able to do this and just like have like so many discs spinning on the sticks and shit, and like they don't fall and shatter. Like it's just like holy fuck.
Yeah, because it's like you see this and it's like, okay, so I know what, you know, Shinya is. I know why, you know, things are weird with him, but like how do we get from age 10 to where we are now, where we have executives killing people and we got fucking, you know, like we have dragon tools, like
Right.
these women have been turned into weapons, and like we now have aliens and a flying fortress. It's like what, how do we get here, bro?
Yeah, we need a little bit more gaps filled in. But I
Yeah.
know Negi Haruba got it. He's
Yeah, he
been
been
on
killing
like
it.
Jesus take the wheel, you know, mode for like a while for me. Like long, like
Yeah.
many, like multiple arcs ago, like pretty much since the end of like Bylong exam, like maybe towards the end of like Dreamy School arc. I've just been like, this nigga can do no wrong.
Yeah.
Just give me the story, man. I'm done. I'm done. You know, wondering where, you know, if the story knows what it wants to do or where it's trying to go. Like I know for a fact, like very early in the story, that this dude knew exactly what he was doing and couldn't wait to get to like parts like this. You know.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of people that miss a lot of the fucking details and just hit up the fucking comment sections and be like, "This shit makes no sense. What's going on?" It's like
Mm.
y'all not even trying,
You're
man. Like, ask
telling
a
on
question, bro.
yourselves.
Yeah. like you can just ask a question, dog. Like
You
you
niggas
can.
exist entirely on the surface level, and if it's not feeding you on that level, you think it's buns. We get it.
Yeah, but
You're
this
idiots.
y'all suck fat ones, yeah. Yeah, lost his child, and so just a lot was going on with Shinya, man. He just cracked, bro. And then he
Yeah.
said, "Fuck it, I'll clone." We crossed the line that we shouldn't have. We recreated life,
Wow.
like a clone incubator that uses dragon energy. It's
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, that's wild, son.
Divine dragon power. Even if we stray from the path of humanity, who could judge us for trying to bring our precious son back? Isn't that right? It must be right. Dragon Keeper reboot. So I guess he was writing the reboot or something. And it's also funny. I think this was another thing V said. It's funny that like all of this happens. He does all of these things, and then people are still searching for this like this ghost script, the final episode that
Oh, I
Sine wrote.
forgot about
Like
that.
remember Green pulls up to when Sosei goes and fucks up Yellow Battalion, and Green pulls up and he's like, I got the script, and it's like, bro, like I could never escape like her
Yeah.
shadow, dog. Like she's dead. Sade is dead, and like her story is still coming to Heartbeat. Like this shit can't be real, bro. Like everyone's been looking for the script. I'm pretty sure he's been looking for it, and like Green has it, and it like he's trying to like fucking play out the script. And it's beautiful, man. Chef
Yeah.
kiss.
Yep.
Love it.
Real writing.
Real writing. But yeah, it's definitely I am gonna have to reread because like just because of the gaps in chapters, like with the break and the delays and the translations and stuff, my memory is kind of fuzzy on this last like 5 to 10 chapters. So I definitely need to reread because I probably sound crazy with some of the shit I'm saying. But I think for most part I got like
Well, good thing
under
nobody else is covering this fucking story on YouTube. So
yeah.
this is as good as it gets right now.
As
So
good as it gets, unless you're in like the Discord or something with like 80
yeah.
fans and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, it's cool. But we on YouTube, baby. We outside with it, and like we get it. I'm just a little fuzzy. I gotta touch up, sharpen up a little bit. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for these 2 chapters. What about you?
I'm all squeezed out, man. Epic generational crash out from Shinya at the end of this flashback, though.
It's fucking next level, bro. The fucking to go to clone yourself, give them the mission, like tell them you do what's right and you do whatever the fuck you want to do. It's just off yourself, bro. Come on, dog.
Yeah, what a character.
And like it was like one of them is looking at the other, like, are you seeing this? Like, I guess the one that like on this last page, this last panel, I guess the one with the dark shirt is like
is
the
the
good
evil one. Oh,
I was gonna say the good one because maybe he's looking at the other one to see his reaction, to like see how he takes it or something. And maybe
I mean, the white shirt one looks like he's having like more of an emotional response, like than like they're both like relatively like stoic about it.
yeah.
But like the one that's like turned to look at him seems like I don't know how to like explain it properly, but he just seems like he cares less.
Yeah,
to me,
could be.
yeah.
Could be. We'll find out soon, but I really think that this flashback's about to end, and D is gonna be like, well, that was fucking heavy, and then like he'll probably get out because like it's funny to see all these 5 chapters, and it's like all of this information is being told to D.
Yeah, that's wild.
And I don't think any other like no other character's flashback has been like given
This
to D. Like
long.
well, I don't think I don't think he knows like anyone's history besides like Hibiki or whatever, but like people tried to tell him, he's like, I don't care, fucking
he
Ran
does
Maru.
be doing that,
yeah, but like here he doesn't have a choice, so he's just force fed this fucking 5-part story, and now he knows so much more. And I mean, he already learned a lot. He's like, the dragon weapons are made from people and all this shit. So I can't wait to see how D is gonna react to this, and where we'll go next. But
we're just gonna come back to present time and just gonna be like, well, that happened. Just like a MCU joke.
It's like, whew, all right. So what are we eating for lunch?
That
was nuts. But I think that's gonna do it for 166 and 167. Let us know down below if we missed anything, or what your thoughts are if you are someone who reads Ranger Reject. Now jumping into Ichi the Witch, chapter 18, 18th Hunt, Discaris, the Abyssal Witch. Give me your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, you had it right. It's Ichi the Peak. You didn't even need to correct yourself on that. But yeah, I mean, I love everything about what's going on in this chapter, man. Discaris had like a brilliant showing here. We got like so many double page spreads throughout this chapter too,
So many.
which is just like exactly what a character like Descaris needs when she like finally enters the bag, right? You give her all of the double page spreads. Her confidence is incredible. All of her dialogue hits really hard for the situation. Like they're really, I hate to, you know, lean into like what's kind of being said in the community as far as like Descaris and like Gojo comparisons go, but I mean, like, I can't help but feel that shit, man. Like, she's really giving female Gojo right now in
Oh
this
yeah,
chapter.
I immediately said that, and my immediate response was, "I'm gonna make a fucking the next Gojo is here video," and I hope nobody
You
beats me
got to
to
do
it.
it first. I mean,
It's
it needs to be like in production right now because it is
yeah.
coming, bro.
I already kind of got a thumbnail and some ideas. I was just like, I'm gonna wait until after we have a convo about it because maybe I'll get some more fuel for the video. But also, I was like, maybe I'll wait until the next chapter come out. But Ichi Descaris fucking video is coming soon. Shonen OG
Yeah.
dropped a video about this. I think he's just recommending the series. I don't know if he's gonna check this segment out or whatever, but he dropped the video today, and I was like, damn it, OG, better that say take my idea, bro. I ain't
he
listened to
gon'
his
he
video
gonna
yet.
get you,
I'm about to come for him, yeah. It's
dude.
about to be
Yeah.
about to be on his ass. But
I love the banter between Descaris and the god hater magic, or the world hater magic. I can't even remember. I think it's like god magic and then world hater, or like
yeah, world hater.
two separate things or whatever. But like, she sees the warp effect that his magic has, and she's like, hold on, bro, like, did you ever fucking use this ability in this part of the world? And he's like, I don't know. I don't fucking keep track of the humans that I've killed. What, did I kill some of your niggas? And then, and then she uses, some kind of magic on him. And he's like, how many magics have you acquired? You got a lot in this bag right now. And she's like, who knows? Lost count. Like, are some of them your friends? You know what I'm saying? The clapback was crazy right there. I was like, oh no. This is good shit right here, dude.
Throws it right back at him. It is giving, like, you can't deny it, bro. This is the Gojo energy. Like this page 10, this look, this fucking smug face look at you, the world hater magic itself, and the Nubius with witches and his whole whopping 2 spells had you shake. This is like how Gojo looks at people,
This
like
is
when
this
he's
is
looking
like
down on them.
this is like Gojo talking to Sukuna right now. Like, this is like Gojo Sukuna banter right now. Back and forth this whole chapter between these two.
It's like, you really stole another kid's body to fight me, man. Like, come on, bro, really?
Yeah.
Like, this is that face, and she's showing, man. She's got the energy, and she don't give a fuck. Like, he's like, you broke through my barrier. You must be rather skilled. She's waving her hand. Just skill? Nah, bro. I'm the greatest witch ever. Like, dog, she's shitting. She's pulling out the shit, yeah.
Hell
And
yeah.
I do wonder though, like this first page, when she like bumps Ichi away, like I wonder what's gonna happen like when this whole conflict is resolved, because Ichi's face and shoulder are warped, and he's got like some shit. He looks like a fucking Naga skeleton or something.
Yeah.
And it's like,
he looks sick.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so like in a world where she does win and kill this thing, like what happens? Do the things that get warped transform back?
Good question.
Or like, assuming she doesn't win and it like bounces or whatever, like, does it go like, I'll fix your boy up so you guys get a chance to try me again, in 100 years or some shit? Or like, do they just try and fix him up with some magic back at the crib or something? Or maybe when he wakes up, he does some kind of spell himself, but with the Aurora amplification. So like, maybe they teach him a healing spell, and like normally that healing spell wouldn't heal this type of thing, but when he amplifies it with Aurora's magic, he can fucking heal this type of thing. I just want to know like how, because obviously he's not going to be fucking Cubone for the rest of the series,
right?
like,
right.
But like,
and I love how she has this magic that makes you say what your trial is too, right?
Fire.
Because like when we, in the beginning chapters, when we were running into the magics that were very arrogant and like didn't mind saying what their trials were, because they are just like so full of themselves and like talking about themselves. Like there was writing introduced to like explain why that happens with some magics. But like I immediately thought, like, bro, not all magics are gonna be like this. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna feel weird if there are magics that don't seem like they would just voluntarily give that information out to magic hunters. You know what I mean? But then did anyway for the sake of the story. or something like that. And it's like, that's gonna feel kind of boo-boo, but it's like, no, we got magic that makes you say it in case you're the kind that doesn't like saying it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And that's just really cool. And the way that it works with its fucking little like arms like moving your mouth and like opening your mouth to make you speak, that's just like so well done. And then
yeah,
this like octopus, this like bedazzled jewel octopus stand thing that she's got behind her is like so good for her character because it like holds her up. It like she can like sit on it. It's like hands like
beautiful.
prop her up. You know what I mean? It's just like so good
Yes,
for her character as like, you know, the abyssal witch who's the greatest and prettiest and most awesome thing ever. Like, of course my magics like can become my chair if I need them to or something like that. It
yeah,
reminds me of like Aphrodite and
some
Record of Ragnarok with like the two like rock golems that act as like her bra that like hold her titties up for
yeah.
her.
She definitely on some regal queen shit, man. I love
Yeah.
all of it. And I found a tweet. So somebody said, fun fact about Discaris' magic names: Iskander is the Persian name for Alexander the Great, which I knew from like watching Fate.
Damn, I feel like, yeah, I was about to say like I feel like I knew that.
Yeah, and Golconda can refer to an Indian fortress or surreal painting of identical men in overcoats. So
Oh shit.
that kind of like that one kind of gives me like what was the Spirited Away, the No Face. That's the kind of
Oh
vibes
yeah,
I got
yeah,
off
yeah.
of it. But like yeah, it fucking that page is crazy. Like my trial, and he's like, nope, fucking like it was ripping his fucking mouth open to force him to speak, and then he realizes it straight warps that shit. So like, dude is
Yeah,
on
yeah,
bullshit
yeah.
too.
Nah, for real though. He was like, hold on, she about to get me. Rah!
Yeah, it's
Nah,
crazy.
that
He
was
was
fucking
really
raw.
he was really about to reveal that shit with be forced. It's like it's crazy. Like how powerful are these magics that she's using, where she could use them and like force this guy. So it's like I
Yeah.
wonder, he's God tier world hater magic, but there's got to be more of his tier.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, and I
I
can't I
just
can't
can't
wait to
stop
see
looking
that.
at this double page spread where she summons the giant fucking it's like a big like cape thing dangling over like blouse ruffles with like
Yeah,
some ribbons like it's got like lace hands. It's like very like like I don't know, like the design is just bananas, bro. It like
the
leans it.
hands.
Yeah, the hands are crazy.
I
Like
love the
that
hands.
lace pattern. Yeah.
It reminds me of Madoka Magica. They do a lot of that, like where those designs are like the stuff that's like on the hands. Like a character will be like moving, and like this shirt, like their shirt or clothes will have that design, and that design will also be moving, kind of like a fucking
Oh,
TV
sure.
screen or
Yeah,
something.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's like not a still image or
It's like
something.
it's a static image that stays in place like while the rest of the animation happens like around it or whatever.
Yeah, like the like you could play a TV show like on the gloves or whatever. Like in the show will be moving, but like the character might not be moving their hands or something. Like
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
like inside of the hands is like in motion.
Oh, sure. Okay, okay. Yeah, I only watched the first 3 episodes of Madoka Magica like a very long time ago, like maybe 10 years ago.
Yeah,
So,
that shit
yeah.
shit goes crazy. I feel like it's given the same kind of effect there. If anyone hasn't seen it, I would go,
Hmm.
check it out. But
I think
yeah,
this is the
she
best double page spread in the whole chapter. When
the
she summons this thing.
yeah,
It's so cool because like you have the panel of her like face close up that's like separated by her sword. It
fire.
acts as like the gutter, right, to like separate the panels, and then it like zooms out to show the whole thing. And like just the design of the magic is just very like on brand for Descaris's very like regal yet feminine like vibe that she kind of like gives off. It's like this magic was made for her type shit.
Yeah. And even she asked it when she asked it, like, were you the one that fucking did this shit? And he's like, did your folks there, your folks die there? And she's like talking about he goes on about how revenge and hatred and stuff are all worthless emotions. And it's like she's still on business. She never once said she was pissed or anything.
Hmm.
She's just, are you fucking deaf? Like she asks him, is he deaf? I told you I'm just the most powerful witch. I'm just gonna crush you, yo. And it's like, come on, bro. Like using the same spell that lost to that dude. He's like, I lost. It's like, yeah, bro. Like he's still alive. Like he saved the day. He stopped you from moving. Come on, bro.
Yeah. He styled on you.
Yeah,
And
it's
he's
like
brand new to this shit.
yeah, like no one has died, bro. You're a world hater, God, magic. No one's dead, bro. How godly are you for real?
Yeah. Cooking
So
him.
I wonder, like, I mean, she's got hella crystals. I think this confirms the abyssal being the bag being deep
Yeah,
because
Felix the
she's
cat
got
bag depth.
yeah dummy crystal gems floating. So she about to spit out hella
Oh,
shits.
wait a minute. I just noticed that this bubble thing that she got him in is like healing him.
Oh yeah. Okay. There
I
we
don't
go.
know.
That
I don't
answers
know
the
how I
question.
don't know how I missed that. But it's
Yeah,
like it's slowly healing Ichi.
I guess I forgot because I definitely looked at it, but like I
Yeah.
asked the question of how he would heal, but she's healing him
Yeah.
with super ultra awesome magic.
Bubble
She's the
magic.
best.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I wonder, what'll happen next week. Like, will she continue styling, or like will Toge Ice pop in? Um,
I think God Magic is about to lock the fuck in next chapter because he got whooped this whole chapter. You know what I'm saying? So like, for the sake of like, dread hope back and forth, so that there's not like, because you can't just have. I mean, maybe you can. I mean, they can do anything, but it just seems like it's God Magic's turn next chapter.
yeah, he does the little neck crack, so he's
Yeah,
like,
he's getting serious.
yeah, he's like, all right, so you not just a nobody. You got like thousands of magics, and you put some moves on me. You almost got me to reveal my trial, so it's like, all right, let me go ahead and get you out of here just in case.
Yeah. And it's like we need to see more of God Magic's bag too, because all he's done so far is fucking, summon these like anima mummies to just walk forward and warp shit. But he's got to have. Oh, I guess we saw a little bit of telekinesis action from him when he was
Yeah,
facing off against Ichi. But like he's got to have other big moves that aren't just like summon a dummy and make it walk forward and warp shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm
yeah.
sure he's got like spot warp, close range spot warp abilities like in his hands maybe, but like I feel like he's got to have something else like conceptually too. So
Yeah, maybe he can teleport or like suck the space between you and him to pull you.
oh,
Ooh,
gap closer
excuse me.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, do you want to do that with her? Like, do
Right.
you really want to bring her close? She cut him in half,
I mean, I want to bring her close to me. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
tight shit. Same.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's going hard, man. She really flexed, and it just shows, I guess, kind of gives us a good look at the ceiling.
Oh,
What the
he does have I'm tripping on when she tries to get him to reveal his trial. He like, spot warps
oh yeah,
the Goncola or the Golconda with his hand. Yeah. Oh yeah,
Golconda,
and he
yeah,
was doing it to Ichi. Okay, but still, I want to see something else besides that from
yeah.
him. Yeah,
Can he do other things besides warping? Because
yeah,
like he's a god apparently.
yeah. Does he have other
But
tricks?
yeah, but she straight fucking gun deviled him. She fucking pointed the finger and hit him with the bangs and
Yeah,
blew up all them fucking them animus or whatever.
yeah. Show's wild, bro.
Yeah, so did I kill your people? Nah, don't worry about it. Did I kill your people? Yo, it's like
Yeah, that was
going,
such good banter, man.
oops, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dude, I
yeah,
can't, dude.
she's
Like when this gets animated, bro, Crash Down Alexandra, like I can hear the voice actor already. I can
yeah,
hear the
it's
OST, the sound design. I can see
and
it all.
I think this is also like the end of volume 2, maybe. This is 18 chapters. So this is like I think volume 3 or so. Volumes are usually like 7 or 8 chapters. So yeah, we're probably
I think they're like 8 to 10
maybe
typically.
I
Like
have to
around
look.
like I think on average they're like 9 for
Maybe
a weekly series.
I'll look it up after all
Because
this.
it's
But
like
like yeah,
220 pages and it's like 18 to 20 a piece.
yeah,
Yeah.
they also be doing like extras and stuff too, the little
True,
volume
true.
extras.
But
Um
typically the tankobons are like 220 pages, I think, is the count for a volume normally
yeah.
on average.
Yeah, hopefully we get the volume 2 art soon because volume 1 is in stores and like it's selling crazy. Like it sold out I think after 3 days, and it was like the sales are doing really well. And then
Wow.
it had they had to do reprints, and so like when there wasn't any copies available for people to buy, I think it dropped from like 13th place or something, or like it started off on like second place and then it dropped or a couple slots. Maybe I think it got to like 43rd on the last day where it had copies available, and then like when there was no copies it dropped to like 250, and then like when more copies came and people could buy them, it shot back up to like 13th, beating like Sakamoto days and stuff. And it's like
Right.
this series is doing it, man. It's here to stay.
Fuck yeah,
And
dude.
yeah, I just need a couple more things because like I'm not super reading things in jump right now. There's a couple of things I'm reading, like the stuff that we're covering. But I feel like, like Mission Yozakura Family ended this weekend and Undead Unluck is ending next weekend. And then probably another series will get axed or something. And then we're about to have a new batch. So we might have another, a new hot thing to talk about and potentially add to the pod if things, go sour for any other titles. But
Yeah.
um
Like
that's
Astro Royale.
wow. They got a family, but I mean it could happen, just being realistic, man, if Wakui don't lock in. Um yeah, but this was a fire chapter, man. Everything about it, the fucking from the first page, this fucking Discaris, page is fucking dope. And then everything after it, she's just super cool, giving that energy. And I got to get to work on that video before some other person does it.
Yeah, get
Um,
to it, buddy.
yeah, but I got some Ichi videos planned already. I just gotta stop being lazy. So in the comments, tell me stop being lazy. I need that. I need that energy.
Yeah,
But
get his
anyway,
ass.
I think that's gonna be it for me for chapter 18. What about you?
I'm good, man.
Okay, we all squeezed out of thanks to the scars. Now, jumping into Astro Royale chapter 37, Fireball. And we've had some thoughts and some words, said about the series here and there. And the last arc we weren't really feeling it. And then I think with this arc, we were saying there's potential in the last two chapters or so, but like it kind of felt like weird, maybe, not really a fan of how it was going so far. I feel like this chapter was better.
Yeah, I like this chapter actually. We talk a lot of shit, but like I was fucking with this chapter just because
Yeah.
one, it wasn't just like a one and done fight. Like it wasn't like a one chapter long fight or whatever, and I like that. But because it is going to continue in the next chapter. But
Yeah.
also like Hibaru got like a really good moment in here, like character wise
Yeah.
that got me excited. I was like, all right, he's doing the fucking like hype shonen main character thing, and it was executed well. Like took the punch to the gut and was like, you're thinking too small. I'm
Bro,
fighting to rebuild this country from chaos.
that was fire.
A king won't fall to a soldier's fist. I was like, okay,
Yeah.
that was gas. But at the
Ken
same
Ukui was
time,
on it with it.
yeah, no, he ate with that. But at the same time, though, it's like that was dude's biggest attack yet. He said like, get ready, like this is crazier than like anything that I've thrown so far. And to just take it to the gut, like with and say some hype shit that I enjoyed, but like with like no visible damage or any kind of like he's smiling through the whole thing, and it's like, bro, you were blocking those, and your arm looked like it was in pain, like from the weaker attacks leading up to this. You know what I mean? So to just jump in there and get a full power triple flame gut punch, and like and just like say some tight shit with a smile on your face till the end of the chapter, it's just like, man, that's like he needs to like cough up some blood at the start of the next chapter or something like that. Like that needs to like affect him later in the fight, I want to say.
So what, a dude that got punched by Hibaru?
I'm talking about Hibaru getting
Oh,
punched
okay, yeah,
by
yeah,
dude.
because
Yeah.
like even in the last arc, like he wasn't like he had some scratches, but we haven't seen him like fucked up.
Yeah, and it's like it's not necessarily that I need to see him fucked up or anything like that, but it's just like if your strategy is going to be take the strongest attack yet head on, like, crit to the solar plexus, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that should have like more of an effect, and it shouldn't just be so that you could get some cold-blooded dialogue off. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like because like look at the if we look at the start of the fight, he pops the flame, he throws the punch or what everybody like thought was a punch, and he's like, oh, like like he like that hurt type shit, and it like knocked him back. He got hit with another one. He fell back and like bonked his head or some shit. He's like, ow, what the hell? So his power's not a punch. Like it looks like he's like way more affected by the weaker attacks that he's blocking than the strongest attack yet that he took straight to the gut. You know what I mean? And like that just doesn't feel good. So like I'd be super happy if the next chapter starts with him just like, oh, okay, that punch is catching up to me now at some point or
yeah.
something. You know what I mean? I need him to like cough up some blood at the very least.
It's like, oh shit, that actually did really hurt. And then the other dude's like, okay, I got like,
Yeah,
you're not as strong as I thought, so like I can actually do this. Because I mean, he's probably still confident. Looks like I got to go full force from the very first match, huh? So like he's about to probably get into his fucking black flame dragon type shit.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, Hibaru should definitely like, oh damn, yeah, that actually kind of hurt. But like, I'm gonna just keep fighting through it or whatever.
Something, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, it
That was
don't
a
got to
good
be
punch.
anything too crazy, but like, I need. It just doesn't feel very good for him to take the strongest attack yet
Yeah,
directly head on and not and just smile and say some tight shit. Whereas like he was blocking like weaker attacks before and looking like he was way more affected by them.
yeah. So like about the dude's brother, the one that was pretending to be the immortal or whatever and
Hmm.
kidnapped the one kid's sister, like he's like, "Where's my sister?" He's like, "The Ryurin clans made their fortune in human trafficking. So
That's
obviously we got to kidnap
crazy.
girls." So it's like, okay, so that's fucked up. But like, is the sister like has she already been trafficked? Like, is she
I think that's
like?
what they're trying to say, right?
Yeah, it's like okay, so like there's no hope because
If
she's
yeah,
already gone.
exactly. And if not, like if she hasn't already been trafficked yet, and then they're just like holding her somewhere to eventually be rescued, like there has to be writing to explain why they haven't just
Yeah,
sent her off yet. Like, is she special in some kind of way to where they want to save her for like some like high paying like client or something like that? Because otherwise, why not just like throw her in the back of the truck with like 16 other girls and get her the fuck out of here? Like,
yeah,
why are you holding on to her in a way to where she can eventually be saved after this? After this tournament or whatever, if this is what you niggas do, if
yeah,
that like
yeah,
this is what made your fortune, like this should just be like clocking in for work. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
get
yeah.
her on the boat, see ya, bye. Like she has
Right,
to be
right.
special in some kind of way,
Why do you still
or
have her?
yeah, because otherwise it's just gonna be like, oh, the story needs her to have not been sold off yet, so that she can be saved after this, and it's like that doesn't feel good either if that's how it's gonna
Yeah.
go.
Because even if it was like a ransom situation, I feel like that we would have been told that like they're keeping my sister to fucking pay off my father's gambling debt, and if he doesn't, pay up, they're gonna sell her or something. It's like
Something,
that type of information wasn't stated so far. I feel like it should have been if that's the case. But yeah, it's like
right?
okay, why haven't y'all got rid of the girl yet? And fucking dude is he ended after he got his ass beat, he ended up as a gimp. So
Yeah, wow.
yeah, that's your fate when you lose to Hibaru. You become fucking man slave to hot woman, I
I'm
guess.
about to go lose to Hibaru right now.
Yeah, for real. Like that's all I gotta do.
That's it. Punch me.
Shit. Yeah, hit me, nigga.
Hit me with that fist. Not too
Yeah.
hard though.
Tournament stuff, people were, ah and oohing when the fucking punches go flying and stuff. Pretty standard for, tournaments in this series so far, fucking Hibaru gets hit and Sarasu's like, "What are you doing, you idiot?" So it's that type of stuff is gonna happen. But hopefully next chapter is better. Not that this one was bad. Like you said, we got the very cool fucking moment with the you're thinking too small, rebuilding this country. Like that shit was fire. I was locked in. I said, okay,
Yeah.
Ken, you
That
know
was
what you're
great. That
doing.
was a great exchange, yeah.
Yeah, very, very good main character syndrome situation. I
Yeah,
like
he's
it a
like, so
lot.
you're all in this together. He's like, what if we are? And then they clash. Like, you're gonna give us back Hiko's sister. And he's like, are you fighting because you think you're some kind of noble yakuza? And Yahibaru's like, is your brother the only reason you're here? You know what I'm saying? He's like, no, I'm fighting because it's what's good for the clan. And Yahibaru said, that's it? I'm fighting to change the goddamn world, bruh. Like, we are not the same. You know what I'm saying? A king
Not the
won't fall
same.
to a soldier's fist. That's so gas.
Yeah, like you a little nigga, bro. You finna
Right.
get stepped on. Yeah,
Yeah.
nah. I'm ready to see how this tournament starts wrapping up. It just started, not wrapping up. Ready to see how it escalates and
Hmm.
then wraps up. But
I mean, I think that like it's very promising that this very first one-on-one fight wasn't just like a one and done thing. You know what I'm saying? I
yeah,
think that because this will at the very least be a two-parter for the first fight, that I feel like Ken Wakui's got, some pretty, I don't know, like I don't really have any reasoning for it. It's just a feeling, you know what I'm saying? Just conjecture. But I think that if it starts off with a fight, you know, against someone that I thought was for sure just going to be a jobber, especially coming out of the last arc where everybody's fights were like one chapter and you're done kind
yeah,
of thing, you know what I mean? And we were like complaining about like how quick it felt. I was for sure that this dude was going to get like 1 to 3 tapped, and then we were going to move on to the next fight like at the end of this chapter. But
Yeah.
this ended up being, a more than one chapter thing. So I'm like, okay, I feel like there's gonna be some tight shit in here that Ken Wakui's got for us then. Especially
Yeah.
because of the dialogue that we got in this one. I'm like, okay, Ken Wakui wanted to get us through that last little arc, and then now he's got, he's butt deep in the bag again.
Yeah, maybe he'll flex with this. And like dude he got hit by Hibaru's big move, and he's got like a bruise around his eye, but he's spitting. He's like, all right, time to lock in. So
Yeah.
he ain't no slouch. We finna see what he can do. I would not be mad if it's a 2 to 3 chapter arc, because like I said, the last
2 to 3
ones,
chapter fight.
yeah, 2 to 3 chapter fight, because last ones we had dude getting suplex and it was over in 8 pages. It's like could have gave me a little more with that one, Kenny.
Right.
But yeah, I think pretty straightforward chapter. I don't really
Mhm.
got too much else to say. What about you?
Yeah, me neither. But I do want to say that I am happy that the series is this level of interesting again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like the last arc, man, really had me like, dude, let's fucking replace this shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But now I'm like, oh, and that just feels good because I don't want to replace it if we don't have to. Obviously, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like there were things about it that made me excited to start reviewing it, from a couple arcs ago or whatever. And I want that same kind of like vibe back in Astro Royale because
Yeah.
conceptually the shit is tight to me,
And we
So
also don't want to get to a situation where we're just like, ah man, this shit had a bad arc. Let's replace it. And then we just
exactly.
replacing, like there's a rotating slot that we replace every 13 chapters or something.
Yeah, we don't want to be too fickle like that too. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because like, imagine we replace it and then it like start busting. It's like, damn, we look crazy.
Oh, I'd be so mad.
Yeah, it becomes like the next pillar of Jump, and it's like, oh wow, it's
No.
selling more than Kagurabachi, Sakamoto, One Piece. It's like, bro,
I
how,
would
bro?
fucking jump off my fucking balcony, bro.
Yeah, it's like not that we chasing the hype, but it just it's like if the first couple of arcs are just not busted, it did just go crazy after we decided to check out the next more interesting thing. It'd be crazy.
I'd be so
But
fucking pissed. But yeah, I'm good though. I'm good on this chapter.
yeah, that's gonna do it for Astro Royale 37 Fireball. Now jumping into the final segment for the night, Kagurabachi, chapter 64, Become the Samurai. How you feel?
Yeah, man. I thought this chapter was fucking incredible, and I think it was really important too. I think what Hokuzono is doing right now with Chihiro's character and the narrative is like right on time, right? Because it's
Mhm.
like, and I'm also like a really big fan of super powered stories like battle shonens where there is like a power system in place where like everyone gets like a unique ability, or like this one where there's like a weapon system involved where the weapons have unique abilities and whatnot, but also there's like a shared um like regular level of capability that can also be tapped into, like kind of like in Hunter x Hunter where you have a Hatsu, but then like sometimes your Hatsu isn't really all that good for combat, so you like train the fundamentals of Nen up to like such a high degree that you're still like on par with other niggas Hatsus, even though you're just using like Yo and Ken and like Ryu and shit.
Yeah.
But you have shit like that is kind of happening here in Kagurabachi, where he's like, I don't have N10 anymore, and I need to like get tight with like just swordsmanship and like the spirit energy circulation and the spirit energy relationship with my body and my weapon, like some fundamentals type shit. It was like that in Skeleton Double as well, back when that was
Mhm.
running, where everyone had like a unique blood ability, but then if your unique blood was buns, you could use like the bone aspect of the power system to just like enhance your physical capabilities and like hand-to-hand combat, and that was also just as relevant as the unique blood shit. So like whenever you have like a fail safe or a fallback option inside of the action and the power system, I feel like that always makes these stories feel like a lot cooler to me.
Yeah.
And especially when it's fucking sword related, that's even more fucking hype. So everything just feels so good about what Kagurabachi is doing right now, and it's like exactly what we kind of like needed for Chihiro's character too, to kind of like realize that he was relying a little bit too much on N10. N10 is broken, and he's had more time with a enchanted blade than even the niggas in the war did, because they
Which is
only,
insane.
yeah, like they like when we got that writing, I was like, oh fuck, I didn't even think about it like that. It's like, yeah, like he's been using N10 for like 3 years. The Seitei war niggas only used their enchanted blades for like 1 to 2, and then the war was over, and the swords and the wielders were like separated so that the Hishaku couldn't like fuck with them or whatever. And it's like, damn, bro. But the difference is that these niggas were way tighter with swordsmanship before they even got enchanted blades. So the skill level is, gap is just like huge between them, and we need to fill that gap in before we move into end game or later game shit, and that just feels so good right now with where we're at in the story. It just feels perfect to me.
Yeah, and it really works really well because like after Chihiro had woke up after being like defeated by Samura, and they were talking about come with us, and I think I don't remember if they specifically said they were going to train him, but like even here you got Ro talking about you need to hone your swordsmanship to achieve greater heights with the enchanted blade, and it's like okay, people were wondering like uh did we have a time skip from that point to coming to this mission, or did they train, or like will there be training? It's like no, he's getting his training in the field, like on the job. He's training in a fucking live fire environment, fighting a guy who is trying to assassinate someone that he's trying to protect. This is his training, bro. Is
Right.
like,
And
who
dude's
taught you how to
mad
fight?
about it. Dude is like so mad about it. He's like, bro, you're skipping steps, my nigga. Like, no, like you think you could just fight real fights and like train that way? Like, no, man. Like, I honed my craft through. I had to do 10,000 push-ups a day, and I had to, balance on a fucking stick in the middle of in the middle of a Grand Canyon with my life on the line, like on some Shaolin monk shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to fight with a fucking wooden sword in a dojo for 20 years. Like, you can't just skip all that and think that you can fuck with a real nigga like me just by fighting me for real. Like, fuck that. And it's like making him angry, and he's like, but I got a job to do. Hold on. This is getting me excited. Like, yeah, like this is getting me excited right now because I want to show this nigga that he's kind of disrespecting the craft right now. You know what I'm saying? But I got to get this girl. And then, but Chihiro's like talent and tenacity and ambition is allowing him to fill that gap in ways that this villain that I can't remember his name right now, Kaguri thought should be impossible. And it's reminding him of Hirohiko also saying similar things.
Yeah.
He's like, what's up with all these little niggas disrespecting the blade?
Yeah, Hirohiko's like, nah, I figured out myself. And he was like hyped. Like he seemed like he was like, yeah, he was like, teach him how to do the sword. He's like, leave it to me. So I guess he was excited, bro. He's like, yeah, this, he's giving him the lesson. Hirohiko's like, I'm good. I figured out on my own, bro. And then his eyes are like rolling, and then he's just fucking, don't be arrogant. You can't respect the blade, don't you? So he's just snapping. Chihiro like fucking blocks or attacks him. He's like, what is this garbage, bro? Like, what are you doing? Who
your
taught you how to
style
fight,
sloppy as hell.
What are you doing, bro?
Like, what are
Get
you
out of here.
You can't
Put the sticks down, bro.
A real Mona me like me, bro. Like, get the fuck out of here. But then, eventually he's just like, okay, hold on, wait a minute. This little nigga is doing something. Fuck the mission. I just want to sling swordsmanship around with this guy now, which is just like so cool. I just like fell in love with this. What's his name again?
Kugiri? I think it's either Kugiri or Kuguri.
Kugiri, whatever. Like I fell in love with this nigga so quick. Just because of like this conflict inside of him where he's like, no, the mission. But wait, this nigga got talent, and he's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of
Kuguri. Kugur.
Yeah. It's like low key reminding me of like what was getting Sukuna excited in the Gauntlet stretch of chapters, where he's like, man, I'm the peak of this jujutsu shit. You little niggas ain't got shit on me. Oh, but wait a minute, you're doing things that kind of like supplement the, or like fill in the gaps of, how long I've lived and how long I've been doing this, and like my crazy, power difference. You guys are coming up with plans that allow you to kind of like make a difference in this fight and kind of like fuck with me. Like this, it's getting me excited. Like when Maki pulled up, and he started
like busting mental nuts. He's like, this shit is lit, bro.
He's like, wait a minute, I'm the peak of sorcery because I mastered this jujutsu shit. You don't got no jujutsu, nothing in you at all, and you're kind of tussling with me. Yeah. Now you making me feel like my entire like reality, like the foundations of my understanding of how this shit works is kind of crumbling, and that's making me really fucking excited. Like that's the kind of vibe that I'm getting from this Kaguri guy right now.
Yeah, I feel like under different circumstances, they would have been like really good friends in a situation where Chihiro like asked him to teach him or something, or they could have been like rivals or whatever. But it's like
we could still see a face turn here from this guy just off of like Chihiro's showing in this fight. You know what I mean? Like you never know. He might just say like fuck the Hishaku. Like I want to fuck with bro because like at the end of the day, like swordsmanship seems to matter a lot more to him obviously then the mission at hand for the Hishaku because he abandoned it to to play with Chihiro. You know what I'm
I
saying?
could I
Like,
could definitely see him being the type to like beat Chihiro, or like something happens where he's just like, all right, bro, like we're not gonna continue this fight, but I'm not gonna kill you. Like get tighter and come back. I do want to fight you because this is fun, but like it's
yeah,
not worth it to kill you right now. It's kind of like on some like Hisoka shit where it's like get better, come fight me, or fucking Itachi,
exactly.
and when you get the same eyes as me, come fight me again because it's not worth it to kill you right now. Come give me a
Right.
real fight. So
Yeah.
I can see him being like, I really fuck with this. You doing shit, but like you're still a novice, bro. And I'm not gonna like kill you, like stuff you out before you have a chance to fucking bloom, bro. Like go
Yeah,
get tight and come back.
exactly. And it's something that we see like in a lot of these fucking battle shonen specifically where like people who are, in the highest tier of power or people who really care about, the thrill of the game, you know what I'm saying? Like just love seeing the potential in others, whether they're enemies or allies. They just want to see how far certain talents or certain characters can go because
Yeah,
this is what they live for. Like this is the reason why they wake up in the morning. So it's like, holy shit, if someone's interesting me in this way inside of my craft, it's like I'm here for it. I love everything about it and I want to see how far this kid can go, because this is why I live and breathe type shit. And I love this fucking page 16 where he like runs up on him with the EI white purity style and they clash, and
yeah,
like the clashing, like the katakana for the clash, it's like a king like kind of sound effect is used as the gutter to
yeah.
separate the zoom in of Kaguri's like eyes, moving to react to Chihiro closing the gap. And
Fire.
then yeah, and then it kind of like zooms out to show the clash. That's just like so fucking sick, man.
Yeah, he definitely seems like he definitely feels like a character that could be like in Vagabond, one of those like guys that wants to be the strongest under the sun or whatever, but he sees the potential in this character. He's like, I know Chihiro can be tight, but like he gotta get stronger. I know he can be a good opponent for me to defeat one day, but like I'm gonna fight him now because this is good, but like I'm gonna let him bounce, and like go
Yeah.
do my mission or something. I can just see him like not finishing this fight in the hopes that your hero gets stronger, he can fight him again. Because
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the day, that all he cares about is fucking conversing with the blades. Yeah,
Yeah, and just moving away from the enchanted blades, like specifically, like you could definitely feel that Hokuzono is like, okay, we've been doing enchanted blade stuff forever. Just like all the arcs leading up to this have been enchanted blade related. We just came out of a
yeah,
big enchanted blade kind of like mini war arc type situation that just kind of like went on. And it's like we can't just do the enchanted blade thing forever. Like there has to be more that I bring to the table in this series than just enchanted blades, and it's just like so perfectly timed and it's so well executed, and it's just doing everything so right now, dude. It just gets better and better and better every chapter, every arc. Like Kagurabachi is fucking doing it right now. And it's like,
and
man, they said Shonen Jump is over, it's cooked when now that Jujutsu is ended and My Hero Academia is gone, like there's only one piece left, and it's like Ichi the Witch and Kagurabachi are right fucking here, dude. Like these are
yeah,
the new pillars right now. Like in motion, like
they're doing it.
be erecting themselves right now as pillars in your face. So
Yeah,
shut up with all that shit, dude.
yeah. Can't disagree. And this series is going places, and like all this shit that they're setting up, like you said, like they're not using the swords for a while to just show kind of lower the stakes, bring them down a little bit by not having all the opponents have fucking world shattering blades. It's like
But also
Kuguri,
raising the stakes because you don't
yeah,
have like your main fucking trump card on you anymore that's been carrying you through the series so far. It's
and
just
it's just
yeah.
it makes it so that like when he really finally does wield intent again, it's gonna go crazy. Like he
Oh,
leveling up, and that moment when he does decide, like I'm reforging that contract, I'm pulling out this blade, it's gonna go
internet
nuts.
shattering shit right
It's
there, dude. I
Dunzo.
didn't even think about that.
Yeah, like if we get like 20 chapters without him using it, it's gonna go crazy.
Oh my god, bro.
And then like at the same time, this other guy, like he's also like he's trying to lock in so that he can use an enchanted blade because he's got one like on his back, he's just not using it.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like trying to understand the blade and shit because he heard that shit that Sojo was preaching. He's trying to lock in, and then Chihiro is getting that on field experience, so he's gonna lock in. To fucking EI, fucking white purity, Chihiro doing that. I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
he in there, bro.
Money ball.
And I love how this series continues to like every couple of chapters, it like shows more of like it gives us more of these little diagrams with like the power system, like
Mhm.
page 5 where it's showing swordsmanship is an extension or whatever, and then it shows them trying to cut the
Gotta
rock. But
have
then,
these
yeah,
diagrams in
it
every
always
battle
hits.
shonen, dude, and it hits every single time.
It always hits. We keep getting more information on the power system. Like we've been getting the bits and pieces. I want to say we got like the first, crumbs for it in like chapter 4 when the fucking explosive dude came, and then we got a couple more here and there. And this is like,
Mhm.
it's cool that there's still more that we can like add to the power system and talk about. And then not only that, like just mention how Chihiro basically had a cheat code. Like he didn't know how he wasn't really like that guy with the sword. He just had like the OP sword, and
Mhm.
everybody else they got the OP swords, but they were just raw already.
Mhm.
So it does a lot, man. And seeing Chihiro's had more experience with the enchanted blade, but once they level up his regular swordsman skill, he gonna go crazy with intent.
This just gives like the story a lot more going on, like dynamically, when you have like, the concept of like, okay, well, when it's Enchanted Blade versus Enchanted Blade, that's one area of the storytelling, and then when it's Enchanted Blade versus sorcery, that's another area of the storytelling, and then you have the mineral or whatever that they use for like one time use to get like a boost in power, that's also on par with Enchanted Blades. Okay, that's another area of things, and then you got things like Flame Bone, which are outside of the equation as well, and like how that
Yeah,
kind of like works with everything. It's just like there's so many interesting ways that these bits and pieces of the power system can come together to create like really interesting action scenes and just really interesting conflicts in general. And it's like, man, when you got that going on, you got a classic in the making, I want to say, especially because it's being so well executed on all fronts so far. And then
yeah,
finally getting the writing in here about like how swordsmanship is an extension of how people naturally use spirit energy to enhance their physical capabilities, and how you can take it even further than that and imbue it into the sword to make it an extension of yourself. Like these are gaps in the power system that people, at least inside of the community that I've noticed, have been saying that Kagurabachi has been needing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So it's being directly addressed by Hokuzono, like right on time, to go like, okay, now that we're done with the with the enchanted blade stuff, and that shit was great, like now we're finally getting the explanations for how like the spirit based regular shit kind of like works in depth, and it's just going to feel that much better like once we finally have a full grasp on the power system and every aspect of it. And I
Right,
and I
right.
know that Hokuzono has a plan for that. Obviously, he's just drip feeding it, and it's just so fucking hyped to get it delivered in this way.
Yeah, he's super locked in. I can't wait to see where we're gonna be, another year from now and when the
Oh,
anime comes out. Like
oh,
the anime is gonna go crazy.
oh my
The,
god, bro, yes.
it's gonna be a fucking movie. Like if they don't like, I'm pretty sure they're gonna announce like the anime for this and like Anime Fest this coming year. So like in December we're gonna get like an anime trailer,
Mm.
and it's gonna set the streets on fire.
I need it.
Yeah, this is gonna be the one, man. Like the people that like, I don't have anything to read after JJK ended or whatever. Like this,
Mm-hmm.
this is the thing, bro. This is where you go.
Yeah, and the EI White Purity style, with God, what the fuck is dude's name, with the eyebrows and the cape, that he got the move from.
Oh yeah, Uraha.
Uraha, yeah, he's like, the technique entails building up spirit energy and containing it in the scabbard. The energy releases explosively when you draw the sword, culminating in extreme speed. Just like using the power system to give you a burst of energy out of the sheath as you do the EI slash. Not only does it remind me a lot of like Jujutsu Kaisen, obviously with the new shadow style in Miwa's character,
Yeah,
and
that's
how
exactly what I was thinking of.
yeah, yeah,
I couldn't remember where.
but there's also other, I feel like there's also other examples of that kind of thing, like in other stories with swordsmen and a power system. Like I feel like that might also be like kind of how Nobunaga does shit. You know what I'm saying? In like Hunter x
Yeah,
Hunter and the Phantom Troop and whatnot. We don't get it. We don't have his Hatsu yet, obviously, but like it's got to be something like that for him too. But I feel like there's something on the tip of my brain, and I'm forgetting a series that like also kind of like operated on this level or whatever. But that's just such a good idea. Like fuck, man, that's so cool.
yeah. Dude was gone. He smoked him. He was like, "Bro, I'm out of here," and he just fucking caught up to it with that EI.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah,
It is
man.
fire. But
Stupid fire.
Yeah, Chihiro, man. The legend of Chihiro Rokuhira. I'm here for it. See where it goes. Couple more
Yeah,
chapters. We got an all timer here, man.
for real, for real.
I don't think he gonna slip. There
No,
ain't
he
no
won't.
slacking in this pen. No slacking.
Bro, know
But
exactly what he doing.
yeah, he young man. He on that Batman shit. We got young Blade Batman.
John Wick.
It's yeah, John Wick. He got that.
Oppenheimer.
He got that shit on, man. He fresh now. He got
Yeah.
homies that fucking chick threw him the
The
sheath
sheath,
so that he can
yeah.
do this, so the EI was possible because he wouldn't have been able to do that without the sheath. But
Right.
yeah, no, this is tight, man. This is what chapter 65, 64. So that I think that's gonna about do it for me. What about you?
Oh yeah, I'm good too, man.
Okay. That was Kagurabachi chapter 64.
Ice water.
So that'll do it for episode 14 of Shonen Pulse. Thank you for watching. If you stuck through to the end, you're a real champion. Let
Mhm.
us know down in the comments if you got any thoughts, comments, concerns, all that good stuff. Make sure to smash on that like button and do something dirty to the subscribe button. We need them subscribers, baby. Help us afford some Waffle House or something. Help us get them
Yeah.
moolahs.
Rusty
But
trombone that notification bell too, so you never miss another episode.
yeah, hit that, man. Smash that bell, bruh. Knock that shit off the wall.
And
So
hit the
yeah, man.
comments.
Yeah, make sure to drop the comments. We slacked off this week. It was a crazy week, but I'm still gonna go through and find a comments of the week and post it on the community tab. So probably expect that in a day or two. And then like I said, we're gonna continue going forward doing that. So the best or fun or whatever comments that we like, we're gonna put those in the community tab. We're gonna do a little comment to the week section going forward. So don't miss out. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and all that other good stuff, and personal channels that might be in the bio. And just look out for more content. Twitter is a good place to keep up with us so that you can see the new stuff we got going on or whatever. Anyway, that's gonna do it. Episode 14. Thank y'all for watching.